In fact, have you tweeted it out, Arch? Actually, I haven't seen one of your tweets in a fucking while, I don't think.
Entirely business as usual, then. And hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Stamford Bridge, where today we have quite the episode. Our handlers, the tech billionaires who fund our channels, have been revealed by Owen Jones, the intrepid independent journalist. Mind you, he is independent. He's not a part of the mainstream media.
Yeah, he's only a Guardian columnist.
Yeah, which is nothing. Like, he's basically a stay-at-home mom at that point. It's... This is definitely not a mainstream media kind of guy here.
Yeah.
As he has some astonishing news for us. You see, the United Kingdom government has launched a full-scale pogrom against its own people.
Yeah, I think he means Elon Musk has launched a pogrom. But he is from South Africa, you know.
South Africans do have a long and proud history of that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I just love seeing an African American being the richest man in the world. I just think it's amazing. It's so progressive. Makes me very happy. And he's autistic as fuck as well.
I love him as well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like, Elon Musk, just for chat, just in case you're wondering, he didn't give me any fucking money. Like, none of them give us any money. They could. There's literally no reason why they don't give us money, except they just don't. So
we were bitching about this right before we went live as well. Yeah. We were sitting there going, "Who the fuck's getting all this fucking money? I want fucking money!" Like fucking, and, like no one. We said Blaze and Daily Wire. They'll be getting money, but like that's it.
Yeah,
like,
the Judeo-Christian right get money,
yes,
but nobody else does. And the thing is, right, there's literally no reason that Elon Musk can't give you money. Like, he could fund any right-wing media in the UK or wherever he wants. He just doesn't, for some reason.
Maybe it's because the right already has money because we have jobs. I don't know, maybe it's that. Maybe no one thinks to donate.
That's true. That's true. We do actually work.
Though that has been the... honestly, all right. Before we actually get to the video part of the stream, trust me, chat, we're getting there. I did love these accusations that are popping up on social media now. We are better than the crypto billionaires who fund the far right. This is a fantastic self-report, because these people don't get it. They have been funded, and they look at the opposition and going like, well, our money has dried up. Surely it must be going to the opposition now.
Yes. Yeah, the US aid money. We're not getting any of that either.
No, tragically.
Ever since USAID got shut down, Pakistani people completely forgot who and what bisexuals are. It's so disappointing. Like, a lot of good was being done with that USAID money.
It's over for feminist aid programs in Pakistan.
Yeah, I can't believe that either. Like the Pakistani suffragettes, like, you know, they've lost all their money, and they're broke now.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It is a tragedy. Oh, and also like 5 minutes too late, but this is Count Dankula. I'm sure all of you know him, but welcome. And thank you for coming on.
No worries, man.
Fire is the answer.
So, Belfast is being an interesting place on Earth right now, and I found this video by Owen Jones, the independent journalist, talking about it, and I watched the first few minutes, and I love how serious all of this is to him. This is... The world has ended, and it is now all hands on deck.
Well, okay, so in Owen Jones's defense, the shit going down in Belfast is pretty fucking serious.
It is.
Very rarely would I ever come to Owen Jones's defense on a point, unless he really had a point. But basically, we're kind of watching the unraveling of the multicultural dream in real time, where the far right just take to the streets and start putting bricks through windows if you're... I mean, they're literally like whipping out the color swatch and being like, yeah, this is going the other way now, you know, like, fucking, we're not having it.
I do think it's like they're complaining about the riots and stuff like that, and I went off about this in like one of my second channel videos. It's a sort of a what did you expect though? This problem's affected people for decades. Every time they've tried to broach it with the government, you tell them, shut up, racist. Anytime people try and form a party to try and get them into power to stop the problem, the media smears that party and destroys the party and kills it in the crib. And then it's just sort of like, basically the issue, nobody was listening, and it's at the point, how are there vigilantes? And it's like, oh, really, you're going to ask that? You're going to, like, you've genuinely no idea how this could possibly have happened. Like, and I don't know why I've had a tinfoil hat theory that they're banking on it. They'll say, oh my God, look how bad the far right's getting. We need more laws.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
definitely. I mean, that's all Keir Starmer's been calling for in Parliament. And like Ed Davey, the Liberal Democrat, calling for censorship of X. And it's like, right, okay, so the only thing they've got left is just censorship. That's all they're going to do. It's just like the Arab Spring, to be honest.
Yeah.
Specifically targeting social media and Elon Musk as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they hate the internet. The internet's far too useful at getting unfiltered information out there to the masses. Like, it was easier back in the day when, in order to have any kind of reach, you had to be some big rich guy with a lot of funding, with a newspaper or a radio show or something like that. But now it can just be any retard in their basement can just amass 1 million subscribers. And you can put,
Funny way
like,
of calling it Asmongold. What's
the difference is like, yeah, okay, Asmongold's a retard that lives in a basement, but he's funny.
He's
really
also
funny,
our retard that lives in a basement.
He's our retard that lives in. That's the thing is, if he had that option, he'd probably go straight back to it. He is the scruffiest looking millionaire I have ever seen in my fucking life, man. And I don't know why. Yeah,
I love it though, man. I love it. Like Asmongold just not giving a fuck about that sort of.
I do love that about him. The fact that I know that he has got fat bank, but he sits like a teenager in his room. I guarantee you, he drives a Ford Corolla. Like, I guarantee you, man. Like, fucking, I don't know why that makes me like him so much more.
Yeah. There's something genuinely authentic about him, though, isn't there? You know.
Yeah, I think that's why he's very popular, because he is authentic. Yeah,
I love that he's like Hassan Piker's foil, where it's like Hassan's like, yeah, I've got pretty good numbers, and then Asmongold effortlessly stomps his numbers after looking like a hobo, whereas Hassan spends so much time prettying himself up and going to the gym and wearing all these fashionable clothes, and it's like, yeah, but you're not as popular as Asmongold, are you?
No, he's not. And it's also funny, though. I love Hassan's. Like, I'm a socialist wearing $6,000 sunglasses and shit like that. And it's just, and then you've got Asmongold. Like, there's thing is, like, see if you get a YouTuber, as soon as they make their first 100K, they're posting pictures with, like, Lamborghinis and, like, all this shit. Yeah. Whereas Asmongold has fucking serious shit tons of money, and if he had an Instagram, he'd probably upload a picture of, like, a sandwich he made because it looked really good. Or like something like that, and see little reasons like that is why he's so much more popular than Hassan, because Asmongold just feels like the normal guy that you would play Xbox with every night, and everyone on the internet can of course relate to that. Yeah.
Yep. But you're entirely right, though. Like, the reason why they're going after X now is because it's more obvious than ever to see what's going on, and Keir Starmer is a lot to blame for this as well. Honestly, as during the incident that kicked all of this off, the beheading attempt, he put out a very short tweet, this is terrible, but no mention of any repercussions or any consequence or any law. Then the disorders start, and now suddenly it is the full force of the law being deployed. This cannot be tolerated, and there will be consequences.
Damn, I wish they felt that way about the grooming gangs, man. Like, none of this shit would be happening.
It's exactly the same playbook as Southport, though. It's exactly what he did after Southport. Like, yep. Not good that a bunch of girls got stabbed, but you're the real problem here. It's like, oh, okay, thanks, Keir.
And people have finally begun to notice. Like, there was a great tweet by Chris Rose here from Reform, which simply says, I don't support rioting from anyone, but when BLM did it, Labour said the MP should speak to the black community and listen to the concerns. For on the scene in Belfast, has any Labour MP mentioned speaking to white working class community to listen to their concerns? No.
Oh, they literally went out and took the fucking knee, mate. And our football team, the England football team, was taking the knee long after everyone else was like, okay, you don't have to do that anymore. It's cringe. Like, what are you doing? It's like they love it. They fucking love being woke.
Talk to the natives. Ew.
Exactly.
They don't give a shit. They don't care. Yeah. They don't care.
And Dank, you'll be able to back me up on this, right? A lot of Americans don't really understand the difference between Ireland and Northern Ireland, and
No, they don't.
And a lot of foreigners generally don't really understand what the Northern Ireland lads are like. They're pretty hardcore prots, and they're a lot rougher than the lads in England are, shall we say? And so, like, the Americans are like, oh yeah, look, the Irish are doing something. So, well, I'm not. I wouldn't just characterize them as the Irish. They're actually hardcore British loyalists.
I was going to say, there's actually a good portion of the population there that would really not like to be called Irish, but go on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the Ulster Scots, damn it, and they'll tell you that. They are not happy with basically everything, and I don't know, they're quite rough. I mean, that's why they went out as Black Bloc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just started essentially. And the thing is, when they're like, "Oh, these are racial pogroms," yeah, they kind of are. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. These guys are not like your average Brit. You know, they're a lot tougher because they've been through a lot more. Like you know, Google the Troubles and read the Wikipedia page for a taster of how rough things have been in Ireland, Northern Ireland. So
the hits, car bombings, all that type of stuff.
Oh Jesus, it's bad. I mean,
we've got lots of them over here. By the way, this is where they come to hide, and there's like a saying that it says, "Beware if you meet a hermit living on his own in the Highlands, and he's got a Northern Irish accent."
Well, yeah.
He's hiding. yeah, fucking. Yeah,
that's a guy who's killed some people, and like
definitely.
Yeah. But it's on both sides as well. It's on both fucking sides. And just as a quick thing, did you see Jerry Adams coming out and be like, "Oh, come on, guys, violence doesn't solve anything"?
Did you see what I retweeted that with?
No, what was it?
Oh, Arch, bring it up. I posted keynote, but I'm sorry, it's on my. He was. I was to say he was basically talking about how the scenes in Belfast are terrible. This has been spurred on by racists, and we shouldn't be resorting to violence. And I retweeted. I'm like coming from Jerry fucking Adams. And yeah, so I said, "Man, talk about pulling the ladder up behind you."
Yep.
Fucking. And it was just like even in one of my videos, it was like this. It said like, "Oh, this violence in the streets, these violent protests and violence in the streets is completely unacceptable." Posted by MP of Sinn Féin, and I was like, "Fucking, like, what the fuck are you talking about? How do you think your party was formed?"
I just to give anyone foreigners a bit of a background, right? I grew up on military bases, and every day they would have a different level of threat awareness because of Jerry Adams and his party and the IRA. Like every single day you get like propaganda, like they would be aimed at your parents, obviously, because you're a kid, you'd see it too. Like, don't walk home in the same way each day in case someone was planning to get you on the way home. They would have literally mirrors on sticks to check under your cars for car bombs and things like that. And so, you know, me and all my friends' parents were always like, I wasn't it, but my parents and all my friends' parents were all looking for like car bombs. They were all like worried about this stuff. Sometimes it'd go up to red, so there's a high alert that there was going to be a terror attack from the IRA. Most of the time it'd be amber though, but it was all fucking Jerry Adams. And now he's coming out but like, violence isn't the answer, guys. Don't be a racist. It's like, you fucking cuck. No, you fucking cuck. You terrorized my childhood, and now you're cucking yourself to fucking Sudanese invaders. How is this happening?
That's the thing I'll never wrap my fucking head around with the IRA. They've fought like a few 100-year guerrilla war to prevent foreign invaders from dominating their country. And just for them to go full communist and go, "We love foreigners, give us 1 billion foreigners so they can be voted into our government and can take over." It's the dumbest shit. I don't, but the thing is, would you wait until you hear this? Would you believe that the disagreements over immigration is fragmenting the IRA? It's not like them to have a schism for falling out with themselves. How many IRA schisms has there been? Like 18?
Oh God, who knows? But I have heard there's the new IRA, which is the IRA but not woke.
Yeah, the new IRA, and then there's the provisional IRA, and then there's the INLA, and there's just all these. There's the real IRA, the true IRA. It's like what happens is they keep forming and falling out with each other and then splitting in half. The funny thing is, see the IRA, the actual IRA, they don't exist anymore. That was like 10 iterations ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. But I saw this new IRA, and they're basically like the based IRA, and I can't help but feel they're going to come over to sort of the Chud side. They're going to start supporting Rupert Lowe or something, where it's just like, none of this woke shit, get the foreigners out. It's like, oh, thank God, we all agree, finally.
I swear to God, man, see if we finally get a non-woke IRA, I will throw my support behind it. I mean, officer, I'm just sorry, I fucking smoked a little before I came on the stream, and I just realised what I just fucking said.
Yeah, just so when the British government does actually end up watching the stream, I won't be supporting the IRA.
I do not. Sargon will message me later in DMs going, you know what? That's a really good idea. We should support the IRA.
No, I will not, because like I said, they terrorized my childhood. I will not be supporting the IRA.
Imagine your boogeyman being fucking Jerry Adams, literally the gayest one.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, just imagine him being such a cuck. Like, I just can't. You would never have imagined it. Never have imagined it in a million years.
It's Jerry Adams. Violence achieves nothing. Well, actually, in your case, I mean, you got the Good Friday Agreement, man. You got all of your fucking political prisoners released. Would you take that deal? Damn good deal. How did they achieve that? Violence.
Violence achieved all of his political aims, all of them.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Mental.
I don't like that fact, but sadly it's true.
Well, weirdly, it's Tony Blair's fault yet again. So he's the one who brought the Sinn Féin into the political process.
Fucking hell, man.
All bad things, Tony Blair.
Isn't there he's the Phantom of the Opera, the British government. I just wish he'd fuck right off, man. I don't know why people still listen to him. That's why just say, you're no Prime Minister anymore, go away.
You know why, though, right?
Yeah.
It's actually not that difficult to discern why. It's because everyone in our government is fucking retarded. And Tony Blair, as much as evil as he is, he's not a retard.
He's very intelligent, that's the problem. Yeah.
And everyone in our government is a fucking retard. So he outclassed them. Like, you saw that 5,000 word essay he did the other day, right? And it's just like, and they all were like, oh no, it's not like that actually, Tony. It's like, no, it's exactly like that. You're retards and he's not.
You know, no, but it's like, he is still lingering about. Usually they get a fucking job at some think tank for 6 figures or some banking or hedge fund firm, and that's the last we fucking hear of him. When was the last you heard anything about fucking John Major? What's he even doing?
Yeah, I mean, I did. You say that. I did actually see something from John Major the other day. He was basically agreeing with Jerry Adams that we should stop being racist.
Oh, fucking John Major. Fucking hell, man.
Anyone who looks at Edwina Curry and is like, oh, I'd have a bit of that, is a bit sus, really, isn't they?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Anyway, we should stop being so in the weeds about British politics here, because I can feel Arch being like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, no, I entirely understand. The Irish revolted against the English because they want to be ruled by Brussels. I get it.
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct. Scotland's nationalist movement is the same way.
Oh,
we don't want England holding the leash. We want Brussels holding the leash. Yay, independence.
Independence indeed. But right, okay. Owen Jones time, I guess.
Yes.
To finally arrive at the supposed point.
Do we want this country to be destroyed?
Yes.
I'd forgotten how he sounded like, but yes.
It's a very straightforward, very simple question.
And apparently a significant portion of the British population are like, yeah, no, this country fucking sucks now.
Yeah, you've made it suck. Whatever country you think you're living in, Owen, I want destroyed and replaced with the country I grew up in.
No, guys, no, calm down. That would be a bad thing. If this country collapsed, then there would be murders and rapes happening in the streets, and the police wouldn't be doing anything about it.
Yeah, if this country collapsed, how would you tell the difference?
Yeah, that was the joke, sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, actually, you could tell the
difference.
difference, okay? Because, you see, the British police, the Americans in particular, will look at the British and go like, oh, but you don't have a proper police force. No. They've got fucking armored brigades of shit, okay? Water cannons, armored vehicles, riot police.
Arch, you should know that all of that shit is standard equipment for the PSNI. That's standard equipment and has been for a long time. Their police cars and everything are all bulletproof, Molotov proof, all that shit. Like, yeah, they even have like welded plates at the bottom to make it really difficult to plant a bomb under them, and also to make them bulletproof from underneath to protect them from the fire and Molotovs that get flung at them. Like, yeah, they've got a fucking arsenal. I would say that they're probably the most funded police force in all of Britain.
It's almost like they've played this game before.
Yeah, well, they've been
but
playing
then
this
the
game for
question
quite some
becomes,
fucking while now.
Yeah.
where was the offshoot of the British gendarmerie when people were being having their heads chopped off?
Well, I mean, you can't expect them to help the native population.
And that, at the end of the day, is the only thing that would change. If Britain got destroyed, well, I guess you'd lose out on the armoured brigade.
Well, I mean, they're never out there helping you anyway, so what difference would it fucking make?
Yeah, who cares? I know, it's just, that's when people go, oh my god, they want us to leave the ECHR, and then I'm sitting there who got completely ignored by the ECHR.
Yeah,
Yeah, they literally told me to fuck off. They don't defend rights. It would literally make no difference. The only thing they do now is to serve as fucking agitprop for getting migrants into the country. When there's actual human rights violations, they do nothing about it. But when it's like, wait a minute, you tried to reject a paedophile from your borders, here's 200 grand for that poor man's lawyer. Right? It's just that's all they do now. That's genuinely all they do.
But that's no, you're exactly right. Because as far as they're concerned, human rights apply to criminals. That's what they're talking about. It's like, so someone who's done something genuinely wrong, that's someone who deserves human rights. You are a racist because you taught your pug how to fucking do a Nazi salute as a joke.
Yeah.
You don't get anything. Hate him.
Of course.
I hate this fucking system.
But Owen has a point here. Like, do we want this country destroyed? That is the central question. And he, of course, this is his Britain. As much as he tries to pretend that he is on the outside looking in, this is Owen Jones's Britain, the Guardian reporter.
100%.
As the other people who want this destroyed. And a fascinating thing is, so there's been some examples of people going to immigrants' houses and attacking them. So we are, of course, condemning this, etc., etc. But
no, I'm kidding on. I'm kidding on.
For legal reasons, I absolutely condemn that. Of course I do.
But one then wonders, how do they know? How are they so good at pinpointing the exact houses? Well, it turns out they're government-registered houses.
Yeah. Trail never stops.
So, literally, like, they're not even attacking people at random. This isn't like a pogrom. They can look it up at the government website and go like, well, this house is being used to house migrants. Okay.
The fucking HMO. Fuck's sake.
And this is the Britain that people are now going like, yeah, maybe we should destroy this. This doesn't seem to be serving us very well.
Pretty much.
Last night, Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland, burned. This was a pogrom. Families...
There's the pogrom.
It's called a pogrom. Well, it's been, believe it or not, lots of fires and Molotovs and bombs being planted to get a certain ethnic group out of the country has been going on there for quite some time. I don't remember Owen kicking off about it then because it was whites against whites, so he doesn't fucking care. Right? But
also, these are the people who are the target of that pogrom.
Yeah, exactly. So see, basically, as soon as they're brown, that's when Owen cares. Yeah. That's when he gives a shit.
Yes, literally, because I also checked his channel, and no, there was no mention of the incident that sparked all of this, of course.
Why would you mention that?
Where little children had to be rescued from homes which were burning because far-right racists had set them on fire. These thugs went from door to door to see if there were migrant families in them, kicking down doors. They stopped cars to see if there were any migrants in them. They burned cars and businesses.
And also, a Mercedes.
Well, that'd be from a vape shop, Arch. A very legitimate business.
Basically, have you ever seen that scene in Tires where they know the race of the person by the model of car? Right? Basically, Mercedes and BMW in the UK, I can already tell you who's driving it before I see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natives can't afford those cars.
No, natives cannot afford those cars.
Yeah, see, that was what I was going to actually notice here as well, because this is two cars in the same driveway, one of which is a Mercedes-Benz. Like, do we believe that these are genuinely just the poor, unfortunate migrants, or was this the house, perhaps, of the local drug dealer?
Oh, it's the local Turkish barbershop owner. What are you talking about? How dare you, Arch?
No, basically, it's a Muslim house because he's got that lovely extravagant thing, and then she's got one of those Christmas cracker cars. Like, yeah, next to it, that little thing that will just fucking crumple into dust if it hits like a wheelie bin. That's how you can tell it's a Muslim house.
Fire is the answer.
This was violence and mayhem whipped up by Reform, by Restore, by the Conservative Party, by the media, and by
the media.
Elon Musk and his
I think it was
head.
whipped up by the footage getting shared around of that guy getting slashed up and where the guy tried to decapitate him. I think it was that did it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nope,
because
it's all top down.
no, that's kind of like the key component, because see, if you don't have that, then none of this happens.
Yeah. And that's what I find hilarious about this. This was all whipped up by the media. Guardian columnist Owen Jones.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also Elon Musk, as he mentioned, like Sargon said as well, it's going to target Elon Musk. Yeah, this didn't happen just out of nowhere. There was an event that caused this, and that was the last in a long line of similar events that finally happened in a place where the people were used to this sort of thing.
Yeah.
That they always say. I mean, what were they saying during the BLM riots? Isn't it, a riot is the language of the unheard and things like that?
Yep.
Suddenly, all that sympathy is just dried the fuck up. They don't give a shit. What a fucking coincidence. Well, how remarkable that now it's just like, oh no, you're just racist. Fuck you, Owen.
Well, absolutely. Like, you have the, leader of the Lib Dems. Far too often now we see extremists exploiting people's anger and grief to spread hatred and violence with the help of divisive algorithms on social media.
I like that the liberal Democrats are like, we need some censorship here.
Yes, and especially as this is also the side of politics quite famous for certain slogans like no justice, no peace, for example.
Yeah.
Obviously, like, they don't object to the violence. They don't. They were all in favor of this when the violence happened. BLM, they were all in favor of the pro-Palestine protests. There is no argument against violence here either. It is the right wing doing it. That's the problem here. The racist violence.
Yeah, and that is what it boils down to. It's not against the acts. It's the right wing they oppose in every form.
Yes, precisely.
If they succeed, then what will happen to this country is what happened in Belfast, but on a much bigger scale. We already had a warning, or it should have been a warning. England.
Sorry. If they succeed, what will happen in Belfast will happen in the entire country. It's like, oh, that's an interesting advertisement. Because you assume that everyone in the country is like, oh my God, they're driving immigrants out of their community. And you expect everyone in England to go, oh yeah, no, that would be terrible. I mean, it's only the top issue and has been for like 30 years, and nobody ever wanted it and nobody ever voted for it. And we keep voting right-wing parties in, and somehow we keep end up with more fucking immigrants. Keep telling everyone, Owen. Keep telling.
Yes. Oh, there was this one was a great tweet on this exact point. So Kemi Badenoch from the Conservative, quote-unquote, party,
Yes.
says people have the right to be angry and people have the right to expect their politicians to secure our borders. Okay, fair enough, but they haven't. This never happened.
14 years, Kemi.
Yeah, this never happened. People have the right to be angry and people have the right to expect their politicians to secure their borders. Right, but they're not. Borders are not secure. Immigration hasn't stopped. None of the desires of the people have been met. So what then is the right? It is simply just the right to be angry, isn't it, Kemi? Well, turns out people have decided to take you up on that, and they now have the right to be angry.
Yeah, that's
The riot-
what is it they say? A riot is the language of the unheard, right? It's just basically people are pissed off. Basically, if there was any modicum of progress made in the direction that people need, none of this would be happening. But the thing is, there's not even any checks and balances on these people. Have you not noticed that it's just they just love running around the streets randomly stabbing people?
Yeah.
Right, and it's how often do you get a native doing that, despite them still making up the overwhelming majority of the population? We need one for that. Despite making up only like 3% of the population, migrants are responsible for 80% of the random street stabbings.
Oh, mate, I said this on the podcast today, right? In a sensible world, what would happen, and this would have happened long before the first person was stabbed, right? If you were thinking about allowing foreigners into your country, you'd constantly be propagandizing them, right? The nudge unit, the behavioral insights team, is used exclusively against the native British population to tell them
Yeah.
not to be racist. At no point would you be like you would have non-stop nudge unit propaganda telling foreigners you do not touch children, you do not hang around schools, you do not disrespect people in the street. If you have an altercation with a person in the street, I know that you don't have police in Sudan, but in this country, you go to the authorities, ring 999 and call the police, and this will be dealt with by the law, and you will get your just compensation for whatever wrong has been done to you. But none of that is ever said to the fucking immigrants. And so, yeah, okay, I don't know what happened between this guy and the guy who's stabbing up, but that's probably not that unusual in Sudan, right? Because they don't have fucking police. They don't have, like, the civil society that we have. And the government, for some reason, is insistent on bringing millions of them here and not preparing them in the slightest for the way that we do these things. Like, just a normal government, if it was on your side, and if it was like, oh, for some reason, guys, we have to bring in millions of migrants, this would be the bare minimum that they would do.
Yeah.
They fucking don't.
No, they don't do any of it. They're not even trying to stop it. Even the grooming gangs went completely ignored. It's like so much more police time, resources, and effort is being sunk into controlling the narrative. Like arresting right-wing dissidents, clamping down on right-wing protests, right-wing groups, infiltrating right-wing groups, and everything. Basically, the police are bending over backwards when it's in that direction. But when it comes to migrant grooming, migrant stabbing, fucking terror watch list, they don't care. And that's evident. That's the part they're so blatant about that part.
Yeah,
And then they're sitting there scratching their head going, why are people burning people shit down? Because you did nothing. People have been screaming for decades. You ignored them. You blocked them out of the political process completely. So this is the ultimate end result of what was going to happen. So that everyone's going, this violence is terrible. Okay, then why is everybody being violent? Oh, that's right. You ignored them for decades.
And that's like where they're not just being arrested outright. Remember the Southport riots when everyone got arrested and the lawyers, the government appointed lawyers, and a lot of these people had never been involved with trouble before, advised them, oh no, plead guilty and then you'll get off, you'll get a light sentence. And they all went to jail for like 2 years, like Lucy Connolly. Right?
Yeah.
There was this one lad in Wales, ex-paratrooper, I think it was. He was just like, no, I'm not fucking guilty. Got off because he wasn't guilty. Like pleading guilty was a tactic to get you fucked over that the government appointed lawyer would advise you to do. Never plead fucking guilty. Make them drag you through a court, and if you're lucky, if David Lammy hasn't abolished them, get a jury trial. Because actually, when you plead guilty, they don't need to assemble a jury. So they just have a judge you and fucking give you the sentence. But if you force them to drag you in front of a jury of your peers, that's why we have them. You know, take advantage of them. This is actually a right you have as an Englishman. Fucking, you deserve a jury, goddammit. Sorry, I'm going to stop now, but seriously, it's been pissing me off for fucking ages, this.
No, I never had a jury trial, and look what happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let the judges just fuck you.
And it is absolutely the part of the problem. Like, Dank, you joking will bring up the 13%, but the meme is literally reality here. That's the problem.
Oh, I can already tell you the biggest group in that as well.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Albanians. I know for a fact that is. But by the way, out of every fucking demographic in Britain, overwhelmingly, like, commit the most crime. Yeah. Overwhelmingly.
Isn't it something like 15% of all the Albanians in Britain are in prison?
Yes. Yeah, it's that mental. Yeah.
Fucking mad. And I saw the other day that the former Albanian Prime Minister is also on the no-fly list. Like, so I was going through like a bunch of, because Cenk Uygur and Hassan Piker got banned. And they were like, oh, Israel's doing this. It's like, no, we banned loads of people. Loads of fucking people. And the former Albanian Prime Minister's on there.
Huh.
Because of his connections to fucking drugs and gangs. Because it's a fucking criminal narco state.
Yeah, Albania is just a massive fucking mafia. The whole country.
Yeah.
Like, it's that fucking bad.
I did not know this. I have been
Oh
educated.
no. Oh no, it's because of all the weapons that were everywhere. Basically, Albania fucking bought. In fact, one of the there's mentioned in a movie. It's fucking God, Lord of War, which is my favorite Nick Cage movie. Albania basically were like, oh, the West, they're going to invade any day now. So they bought shit tons of AKs, shit tons of ammunition, shit tons of all that stuff. And then basically after fucking communism fell, they had all this stuff lying around. So people were just taking it. People were just like taking it. They were selling it to fucking here, there, everywhere. Everybody's grandmother has a fucking AK-47 under the bloody bed with 200 rounds. Right?
I mean,
like,
don't get me
they
wrong,
all do, yeah.
That sounds pretty based, actually. But why the fuck would we invade Albania? What have you guys got that we want?
That was it. That was the embarrassing thing about it. They were sinking like fucking 20% of their national budget into buying all these weapons when in reality no one gave a fuck about them. Like just Americans were like, Albania, where the fuck's that? Like fucking no one gave a shit. That was the sad thing about it, but hey ho.
Oh.
It's the right-wing uprising indeed attempted.
A right-wing uprising. I mean, I fucking wish, but
No, hang on. No. There's a more accurate way of characterizing this, right? This is a revolution of the proletariat, Owen. Right? This is
Correct.
literally the white working class rising up against their capitalist overlords, who are literally displacing them by using mass immigration as a source of cheap fucking labor. And you're like, not like that. Fuck yourself, Owen.
whilst also demonstrably mismanaging the country on every level, as Keir Starmer has proven himself to be an active enemy of England. And a greater ally of everybody else. There was a fantastic picture of this a while ago with Keir Starmer with the front of number 10 covered in tons of foreign flags, giving infinite aid to Ukraine, and literally days later, the defense minister steps down because, like, we don't have an army anymore. I can't do anything. Yes. This is useless.
Yeah.
Literally, like, the nation exists for everybody but its population at this point.
Yeah.
It's an insane idea. Like, I wonder if this has ever happened in human history before without the person starting it essentially being paraded through the street on a stick afterwards.
I honestly cannot think of a single example throughout history where a government has so obviously turned on its own people. And if it was like one government, if it was like, okay, it's Keir Starmer and the central British government against England. Okay, well, why that doesn't explain Plaid Cymru, the SNP, or Sinn Féin also turning on their own fucking people. Like, it doesn't explain why they're all acting in lockstep. Because, like, normally, me and Dan could be like having loads of bants, like we're like, oh, he's an enemy of England. Dan could be like, yeah, me too. But it's just not funny anymore because we are literally beset by enemies everywhere, and they're in charge of the country. And it's just like, okay, what is happening, man?
Yeah, there's been like a massive weird tidal shift. It's just, I don't know. You could argue it all started with the French Revolution, and then World War One killed off all the monarchies and stuff like that. But it's just like I do think it is a bit of a long march through the institutions. I do think it is that. I think
can't see it being anything else.
Yeah, I think these people just basically get groomed in university, and then they get fucking put up to these big jobs, and then they're furthermore groomed when they're there by the men behind the curtain. And stuff like that, because that's the one thing is I've called this out in a video today. Like, see how reform, Big Nige is going to get in, and fucking we're immediately going to start deporting so many people. I guarantee you, as soon as Nige gets in, he's going to get taken into a back room, and people in suits are going to say, "Here's how things really work here," and it'll be more of the same. Yeah, it'll be more of the same. Yeah, nothing will fucking change.
And Nigel too is establishment. Like he's exactly like the Conservatives, I believe. Because the Conservatives too, we're going to change things, get in power, do nothing, and they stand up in front of Parliament, go, "Oh, people have a right to be angry, but don't show it, Jesus. We can't control that."
National pogrom of 2024. Remember that. When they tried to burn refugees
Sorry,
alive.
Can we pause it just a second? I realize it's weird how toothless this sounds, isn't it? He said national pogrom. It's a pogrom. It's like, and like no one's like, oh my God, it's a pogrom. Everyone's just like, I don't care. Like, the fatigue is just, no one's like triggered by these words anymore. Like, and this is a word they never used before. Like, pogrom is a new thing for them to say about anything. And honestly, I don't even think it's an inaccurate word, and nobody fucking cares.
Well,
Yeah.
it's become a
It's the same
common
as, like, when
word
you-
now.
Yeah, it's the same as when you get called like, "Oh, you're a racist, you're a fascist." Yeah, and
Yeah.
like fucking like it's not 2016 anymore where people are worried about those words. Like it's like we were saying for years, the words have completely lost their power.
Yeah, totally.
Like we warned would happen.
But Arch, this is new. They've never used the word pogrom before.
Oh no, but it's happened now. Because I've been looking at social media, and suddenly the word pogrom has become part of the left wing. Like again, it's a bit of a reductivist meme about the NPC update, but fuck me.
Yeah. They started using the word febrile the other day, and they all started using the word febrile, and it's like, okay, that's a fun word. It means tense or vulnerable, something like that. But the point is, like, the word pogrom should be invoking bloody massacres of Jews across Europe, right? And genuinely, it's something that everyone thought was in the past, and they've been using it now, and it's just not landing. It's just not hitting like you expect it to hit, and so everyone's just like, okay, moving on.
Yeah, well, because also the term pogrom, like specifically used, refers to the Russian expulsions, for example, and German and French expulsion of the Jews, right? But today,
not just expulsions, but yeah.
It simply just largely means the expulsion of ethnic minorities. And the problem is, the expulsion of ethnic minorities is a selling point for political parties now.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what Restore is running on, is dragging reform to the right on.
Yes. And so this doesn't have any terror anymore for the populace. Like, they Google it, what does pogrom mean? Expulsion of minority. Oh. Oh. Tell me more, Owen.
In hotels, when they attack shops,
Also,
of 2024. Remember that. When they tried to burn refugees alive in hotels.
In hotels? Why were the refugees in hotels?
Because we've been betrayed non-stop by every government we've ever had.
Like that is a beautiful tell as well. Like, because we're not even talking about, and that's what they started out with also. They're hunting people down in their homes. No. They're hunting them down in their government-assigned homes.
Yeah. That you pay for.
When they attack shops, cars, mosques, when they attack the homes of minorities, and they attack people of colour in the street, when they drag...
Why are these attacks on people of colour in the streets, though?
Yeah, the attacks are coming from people of colour.
People they thought were...
To be completely fair and be completely honest, on the same day as the Belfast riots, there was like small, not riots, but there was some pretty violent protests happening in the centre of Glasgow.
Well, yeah, but that's a day ending in Y, isn't it?
Well, basically, there was a video where all the guys were done up as black bloc and two black men were unfortunate enough to walk past, and it didn't end well.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Migrants from cars, but the right-wing uprising, pogrom, of August 2024 was simply scrubbed from the record as though it never happened. Why? Because it implicated our media and our political establishment who had whipped up the bile and the hatred that led to that national uprising.
Sorry, is he talking about the Southport riots?
I think so.
That wasn't swept under the rug.
Yeah,
the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, tons of people went to jail over that. People are still going to jail over that.
Okay, I just looked it up right now. I think it's the Southport riots because it's 2024. According to a quick Google search, 1,840 people were arrested.
But Keir Starmer's never stopped bleating about the fucking Southport riots.
800 have been charged, and they're currently working their way through the justice system. So, I don't know. The arrest of 1,000 people sounds like a response to me, but who knows?
Under the rug. Fucking hell.
And I also love this. So this is going to become more and more common now on the left wing, trying to position themselves as the rebels. Now, they've been trying to do that for years, but incredibly ineffectively, because they literally have fucking sponsorship from Adidas on their fucking videos, etc. But he's blaming the media. This is Owen Jones, Guardian columnist Owen Jones here, blaming the media for all of doing this.
Wow. I mean, as far as he's concerned, the British left-wing media are convinced that Rupert Murdoch owns everything in the entire country and runs everything other than a small redoubt at the top of a cliff and hill fort of the beautiful progressive media that's desperately fending off his right-wing hordes. Again, if anyone's ever got any money from Rupert Murdoch, fucking let me know. Because I don't know where all this billionaire fucking money is, but they're convinced that these people puppeteer the entire country and that nothing organic happens in this country ever.
Yeah.
Pogrom. And they have continued to whip up hatred, bile, and division. And now we face an even greater catastrophe.
I love the word division as well. This is another one of those words that have no meaning today other than you are against the left. Like, the division.
Yeah.
You imported millions of foreigners with a completely different religion that start attacking people in the streets and beheading them. It's like, why are you being so divisive on social media? Fuck knows.
Pogrom. I love that so much.
And again, too, on the media is responsible for this. The BBC has put out, like, I count like 6-7 tweets from their shows, all talking about this, all condemning the riots. Not one of them talking about what caused this. Not a single mention of the incident that caused any of this.
Mm-hmm.
If the media is on our side, I wish they'd switch to the enemy, I guess.
And the way they frame it as well, it's like, a man had head injuries. Oh, what?
I saw that.
Did he get hit by like a baseball or something? Did it fly over and cracked him on the skull? No, the dude had his eyes gouged out by this insane fucking Sudanese psycho. Like, and you know, just fucking hell, man. The barbarity of the attacks is the thing that's really getting people out in the streets, I think.
It's the other thing as well, saying, the media is right wing. Seeing every single mainstream panel show all across every channel and every fucking time slot is all left wing comedians. They literally don't hire anybody right wing. Like TV presenters and all these shows, they're all left wing. Every single one of them.
And it's been like that for years.
I got news for you the other day, where they're sniffing their farts and it's like, yeah, you keep fucking chuckling, lads. You know, the day is coming.
Yeah. And I wonder if they're just genuinely blind to it. Like, they don't think the right wing exists, or they think they might think they themselves are the right wing. I saw the creator of God of War the other day exploding on another progressive, basically out-progressing one another. Like, no, I'm the progressive. No, you're the progressive. You're right wing. I don't think they know what it is anymore.
David Jaffe has been insufferably woke for ages, though.
Yeah, but now he's competing with other people who are calling him right-wing. I saw a guy calling him a far-right Nazi.
I had a chat with him once. His son had transitioned.
Ah, well, of course.
Because he lives in California. And so he's... Like, I actually don't think Jaffe's a bad fellow, to be honest. But, like, he's in a place where he can't go anywhere, basically.
Well, he's trapped. He can't say anything, because the God of War Laufey thing, he immediately went like, this isn't God of War. Okay. Why?
What the right-wing arsonists will keep doing is seizing on any crime committed by someone who isn't white, and indeed using that to whip up hatred.
And at the end of the day, okay, let's assume Owen Jones is entirely honest here. You know, this is what's happening. Would these crimes not happen if these weren't in the country? Would that solve the problem?
Why are there so many of them here committing so many crimes, Owen?
I don't know. The right wing sounds like it'd have a pretty good point, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, and the next time some Sudanese guy or someone similar pins some poor dude down and starts gouging his eyes out in the street, yeah, I'm going to seize on that. I promise you. I'm absolutely going to fucking seize on that, you fucking psycho.
I can't believe that people use examples of the problems that they're talking about when they're talking about the problems. I can't believe that. What are you supposed to do when you go, I have this problem, and the left goes, example, please? And you're like, darn, I'm not allowed to do that.
And what's worse is it's not like we don't talk about Axel Rudikabana anymore, do we? No, because that happened 2 years ago, and every fucking day we have a new atrocity that's just was something unthinkable when like we were growing up, Dank.
Yeah,
like none of this ever happened when we were young.
Yeah, well, there was still
you don't have to look for it
for me growing up, but none of that other shit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, because it's not like you have to look hard for the examples. I was making a video on mercy to the guilty, cruelty to the innocent, and I was literally finding new examples every fucking day, and of the most ridiculous thing, like a rapist that is let off because he has too low of an IQ to be convicted. It's like, it doesn't end.
It's literally why he should be in jail.
And it is such a fucking prey idea as well. This week, Human Rights Watch. An organised racist violence become in the UK. A devastating knife attack should never be used to justify more violence. Why not? Genuinely, why not? Okay, so you are being attacked, you're being aggressed upon, you are being oppressed, you are the prey animal now in your own country, but don't you dare fight back. Why? Well, is this the Canadian standpoint of if you kill your enemy, they win?
Honestly, right, and I've been thinking about this a lot. I've been reading a lot of decolonial literature recently, and reading about historic accounts of decolonization. And I really do think that we're actually still under the boot of a colonial government. It is the British government, and they are the new settlers, and we are the new native people. We're the new indigenous people. And until we basically make the government realize that we're the people that it should be taking care of and like looking out for, we're going to get treated like this forever. So when they say like don't cause trouble, what they're saying is essentially don't revolt against the French in Algeria or the British in India or whatever. That's essentially what they're saying. And so it's like, right, okay, message received.
Well, yeah, because it is a message of you are helpless. You should not fight back. You shall not resist. If you do resist, we will suppress you. And it is to the point of absolute suicide. I'm sure we all remember the Germany stabbing from a few years ago where the policeman tragically died after subduing the right-winger being attacked by the Muslim. Like,
well, only one of them was a racist, Arch.
And that you say that, but that's reality. Like, it's a joke, but it fucking happens.
I mean, it's literally what happened to Henry Novak.
Yes. It's like, I've been stabbed. I don't think you have, mate. Like, what the
Yeah, the police are now an oppressive force.
Yeah.
The police are an oppressive force on us. They're designed to put the natives down, which is hilarious because they are the natives. Well most of them.
No, you are right. Disproportionately so. Like, they have a real problem getting the minorities to actually join the fucking police force.
Well, because the minorities probably can't believe what they're seeing. Like,
well, if you move to a foreign country, why would you not expect the police to be of that foreign country? Like, you move to fucking England from India, you're like, yeah, well, obviously the police are going to be English. What? Why would you think the other way?
It's just such an absurd situation. And again, like, I used to be all on the side of like violence never solves anything, but you know what? No, it seems to be the thing that does solve a lot of these things.
I'm not having Jerry Adams pull that fucking ladder up. That is officially a joke, FYI. Please.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's officially a joke. Also, Dana Rogan for 100 euros. Thank you very much, sir. 100 euro bucks for me because Elon isn't sending money to my 3 favorite online chuds. Also, if you need a 3D vehicle artist for your game, let me know. I'll keep that in mind, actually.
Yeah, we do, actually. But anyway, yeah.
Every time it happens, they get a thrill.
Holy, we are an hour in and we've covered 1:50. Okay, this is going to be challenging.
A sense of excitement, a dopamine hit, because these people are scum. Unfortunately, very powerful scum at that.
Sorry, it's just why? Because these people are scum. What were you like with BLM, Owen?
Fuck yeah. That's not a flex, Owen. Are you getting mogged by scum? God damn, Owen.
But like during the BLM riots, you were like, yeah, this is the language of the unheard. Fuck off.
I'm sorry, I can't take Owen Jones seriously as like some radical revolutionary when he wrote an entire book about him getting cucked.
Is that
Did
real?
he?
That is real. He wrote a book about walking in and his girlfriend cheating on him, and they kind of like froze in terror, and he went, "No, continue." And all that, and then he denies it's him to this day. But the problem is this has been around before the invention of AI, right? It's so like he denies it so much to this day, but like it was him.
But like you bring up a good point too, because guess who has a track record of supporting violent riots in the past?
Lovely.
Shocker, indeed.
Ignore
Imagine my
every
shock.
hideous crime committed by a white person, not least.
And again, like, okay, that's the idiotic point as well. Well, no, the crimes committed by a white person isn't the concern. Why? Because the entire police force is focused on that, Owen.
Yeah.
That's really genuinely not a problem. When, however, Owen, if you find a white criminal who gets let off easy, who is too stupid to be punished for raping a child, I'll be on your side. But until that point, we have other things to focus on.
I honestly can't think of a single example. I mean, like Sam Melia went to jail for posting stickers that had legal speech on them.
Yeah.
Like,
You
it's
have hate
genuinely-
crimes laws in England. Thousands go to jail for tweets every year.
Yeah, but the thing is, during the court, it was found that what he'd posted was legal speech, but his intent was racist.
Ah.
Yeah. No, which is thought crime. That's
Yeah,
literally
exactly.
thought crime.
Exactly, and it's only against white people, obviously. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the entire argument that ignoring white crimes, we are literally sitting here today with a man who was given a fine for teaching his dog to raise his paw. I mean,
Yeah, but that was a fucking laugh. I had a great time.
I
worked out
genuinely
for the
don't
best in
think
the end, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
we don't have a problem with the police not taking white crime seriously, is the point. That doesn't seem to be a problem.
The racist murders, which you can't divorce from the racist atmosphere that they have helped to create.
My god, Owen, stop saying the word racist, mate. We don't care that you think it's racist. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think they think, if I say that, but this makes people paranoid about their ego and their image and their reputation,
Yeah.
so this makes them stop. They still think that.
Yeah.
They genuinely still think that, so that's why they're still spewing it out there.
Oh,
So-
And you
it's
can feel the
because
desperation under it as well. You keep
Yeah.
saying racist, keep saying it more, Owen.
well, racist pogrom. Like, these are the scare words, and that because they genuinely do believe this is still the original sin. This is still the worst thing conceivable. And for every person that goes, I don't care, they get more desperate.
Yep.
I mean, this is literally the equivalent of a Christian being surrounded by Satanists. Oh, wait, hold on. That happens in reality.
Just wait. Craving a crime they can weaponize to win.
Oh, don't worry. No, but the craving. See, craving implies that there's been long time since the last time. That, you know, that they're starving, for examples.
Yeah, exactly. We can't stop the fucking examples.
The problem is now we can't even concentrate on one. Like Henry Novak was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I would love it to be craving it a little bit more, honestly.
Carmelo Anthony just happened as well, even though that was in the States.
Yeah.
I bet Owen said fuck all about that as well, because that's so undefensible, man.
Probably said
What-
nothing, man. Yeah.
Watching the black community, like, supporting it, it's okay, fair enough. Message received.
No, they got what they fucking deserved. They raised over $500,000 for his legal defense fund, and his mum and dad literally spent it on like a brand new fucking big massive house in a gated community, funnily enough.
Really?
He also spent the money on Yeezys, a car, fucking drinks, partying, all that shit. And then by the time he got to court, he had no money, so he used a public defender. So they raised all of that money for him just for him to use a public defender.
Well, you are right. They are getting what they deserve there, but fucking
Yeah,
hell, man.
they got fucking scammed. It's hilarious as fuck. So they all got what they deserved.
And again, like America, Charlie Kirk wasn't even a year ago. Like, if
Was it not?
anything, no.
God, it feels like a lifetime ago.
And that's the thing. Like, there are so many examples that we don't even have time to address them properly one by one anymore.
Yeah. Guys,
it's just
for anyone
constant.
listening, right? If I get killed by a migrant, politicize the living shit out of it, right? I don't want any fucking nudge unit statement. Oh, Carl wouldn't want us to divide it. No, the opposite. The absolute opposite. Fucking mass deportations if I get murdered by anyone.
Oh no! I've already put it out on Twitter when I said even if I die on the shitter like Elvis, make it about race. Just immediately. But then as soon as I tweeted that, because I was saying on the shitter, everybody started making Indian jokes and the replies.
Okay, well, bad luck on that one, but yeah. No, exactly. Just politicize the shit out of it, lads.
Yeah. I want my family to make a statement going, he would want his death to be used to sow division. He would, in fact, want people to... actually, I'm not going to finish that sentence. But yeah.
The words on Carl Benjamin's gravestone will be, "Let this radicalize you."
Yes.
I'm going to see if I can get
Even
the
if I die
N-word
as
on
an
my
old man.
gravestone. I'm going to try and get the N-word on my gravestone. I'm going to make it my last request. I want it in a big graveyard, visible from the street, preferably.
A mausoleum.
A big mausoleum. Oh, fucking yeah, I want that. Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Whip up hatred against migrants and minorities, and look where it leads.
I mean, also, the funny thing there is, like, they whip out hatred against immigrant minorities. I didn't see a single right-wing account going like, "Oh, go out onto the streets and burn shit." All of them did the exact opposite, and people still did it. This isn't the right wing whipping itself up. This is simply that the boiling point is so constant that there's nothing else that can happen now. This is not a centralized movement.
Yeah, because if we tweeted, go out and riot, Keir Starmer would have people on our fucking door that moment. You know, we would be fucked.
Yeah, plus the Northern Irish have boogalooing down to a fine art. Like, they know to leave their phones at home. They know to, like, fucking ditch shoes and swap out clothing that doesn't have petrol fumes on it. Like, they know how to do all the shit they're doing without getting caught. And they know how to do it, like, very effectively. Like, they essentially drill for this shit. Right, and basically if that kind of mindset and that kind of skill set migrates to the mainland, like, holy fuck. Like, fucking, they're terrified of that. They are terrified of that shit. But that is the path that they're going down. See, by continually not listening, they're asking for it.
But you can tell that exactly from the Southport riots compared to these riots. The Southport rioters all got caught because facial recognition, because none of them were wearing a balaclava. And it's like, okay, the Northern Irish lads must have been like, "Listen, you retards, you know, you don't know what you're doing."
Oh, absolutely. And, well, that's the interesting part, whether or not this will migrate over the channel and start spreading amongst the rest, because there's been a lot of this in England as well, particularly around, like, the English flag, for example. But even over there, you've still got this, where the worst thing they can find is, like, they're out in public with the usual flags. The Union Jack and the St. George flag.
I can't believe people wave the flag of the country that they're from while in that country. It disgusts me. I find it sickening. I just think it's very strange behaviour. Well, I mean, why would you do that? It's just weird. Anyway, I need a pish. I'll be back.
Along with inexplicable slogans like "English for the English." I mean, what does that even mean, Sargon? What is an English person?
Well, I mean, it's actually a topic that the media have been discussing, and they've come to the conclusion that literally anyone is an English person, even if they have another ethnicity. Like there was a great one on the BBC Newsnight the other day, where this guy was literally saying, "Well, I mean, what they want is to suggest that English ethnicity is exclusive of if you have another ethnicity, you can't be English." And it's like, yes, because if you're a circle, they're trying to say you can't be a square. It's like these are all shapes, and you're trying to say that one shape is another shape. Or these are all ethnicities, and what you're trying to say is Ugandans are not Ugandans, and they are actually English. So it's bollocks, man. I'm so tired of having this argument.
I think that was actually one of the examples of one of the previous tweets I brought up, when a guy was literally saying just that. Like they want the nationality of English to be its own thing. To say that people from Sudan can't be English, like, yes.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps, I can't be Sudanese.
No, you'd have to. I can't say that on YouTube. I was about to get myself. I was about to get myself punished.
On the plus side, we are all Norwegians, though. So
I still need to watch the Norwegian movie. That's on my list of things I need to do.
It's so fucking funny. All men are created Norwegian, Arch.
And why shouldn't they be?
It's such a funny importation of American ideology, though. It's like, yeah, just all men are created Norwegian, aren't they? No, you retards. Obviously, they're fucking not.
Before we look at what happened in Belfast last night, the pretext for this disorder, this pogrom, was a horrific knife attack against a Northern Irish man by a Sudanese migrant who has been charged.
Oh, hang on. That's not starting to sound so unjustified when you put it like that, Owen.
Oh.
It was a horrific migrant attack with a knife by a Sudanese migrant. Oh, right. So, right. It is kind of explainable then as to why it happened. Like, horrific knife attacks by Sudanese men shouldn't be happening in Britain.
Including as well that he was apparently one of the fast-tracked migrants too. So
He was.
let in with the bare minimum of checks, and it's like, let loose. See what happened.
He was literally under Rishi Sunak, Suella Braverman, and Robert Jenrick. Rishi Sunak, Prime Minister, Suella Braverman, Home Secretary, and Robert Jenrick, Immigration Minister. This is one of theirs that they fast-tracked in. And so that must have been an uncomfortable meeting in the reform offices, mustn't it? Like, oh my God, why has this happened? And he just turns to Suella Braverman and Robert Jenrick. It's like, well, why did you do this? Like, Rupert Lowe's currently savaging us on Twitter because it was literally you who let him in.
Welcome back. Yeah, no, he was a person who shouldn't have been in the country, and had the checks and balances been applied correctly, he should have been blocked from entering the country. He wasn't, and he attacked and tried to saw a dude's head off.
Yeah, but it's so bad for Farage, though, because it was literally Braverman and fucking Jenrick. They were the people in charge when he was let in. Like, he's literally here because of them. And it's like, yes, your based right-wing party, sir.
Attempted murder. His family have issued a statement thanking the local people who stepped in and the emergency services. They further say,
notice as well, they didn't come out and thank the police for intervening, because the police didn't intervene.
Oh yeah, they can't, can they?
It was literally local people who came by and was like, that man, he's trying to chop that guy's head off.
we are aware of the tensions and talk of protests following this incident. We want to make it absolutely clear that overnight unrest is not welcome, and peaceful protest is the only way forward. We have many migrants who make a deeply valuable contribution to our country, including in our healthcare system and hospitality sector, and we depend on them to make our country work. We do not want this terrible tragedy to be used to divide people or fuel hostility.
It sounds like something Keir Starmer himself would have written, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, for a few little things, like, if we need immigrants to make our countries work, then how the fuck did we survive thousands of years? And, like, second off, right, it's, see that?
Largest empire in human history. How did we get that?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we did it the right way. We went to their countries and we made them British, right? All right. But basically, that statement, that's from the Nudge Unit. Basically, all victims and victims' families get a visit from the Nudge Unit, and they're like, "Hey, if you say a bunch of shit and you cause any fucking like riots or anything, then you'll be held responsible." So here's a copy paste thing, because the media are going to ask you questions. This is what you have to say to the media, because see, that statement, it is almost word for word exactly like all of the other statements that were given.
Yeah. I mean, how would anyone expect us to believe this? Like, the grieving family is like, well, many migrants make a deeply valuable contribution to our country. Like, the fuck, that's the first thing you're thinking.
Yeah.
They could at least have tried to make it subtle.
They don't want anybody saying, fuck your Starmer, fuck the government, they caused this boogaloo now. Like, you know, just start shouting out the recipe for potassium nitrate. Or something like they just don't want people to, because they know that it would kick off. I mean, if you saw like a grieving mother sobbing, basically saying if she just said this has to end, people are going to fucking boog.
Well,
literally, right away, yeah.
Was it Rhiannon? Was it Skylar White? No. What was the Rhiannon White? Right, who got stabbed by the Sudanese guy with the screwdriver. Like, her mum has been like, yeah, no, I'm not like, you know. I'm not. I'm looking back in anger. Is basically her message. Keir Starmer hasn't met with fucking her, has he?
No, he hasn't. He won't. He doesn't care.
No.
Like that's why I don't like grand big national fucking governments, because everybody's just a number to them. Like, they've got no connection to these people whatsoever, which is why they can just like start wars at the sign of a pen. They don't care who they're sending to die. They don't fucking know them. Another one, which is why like they just keep themselves so separate from the outcomes of their policies, and it's just like, I don't know, maybe it makes me think that they do have a bit of a heart where they don't want to be confronted with the blame of their actions, like the outcome of it and something. But it's just like it's mainly also just because they just don't fucking care. Like, of course, they're not going to be with a grieving mother who's not reinforcing the message.
Yeah. And God, like, that has got to be one of the worst jobs in history. So you go to the person, the family of this guy, talk to them about the horrific attack, and I was like, listen, we're going to have to sue you unless you put out this public statement that we've prepared.
We're sorry the retarded cannibal murdered your fucking son, but we need you to come out and say we love immigration.
Yes, you must remember there are many immigrants who give a valuable service to our healthcare system, which, as we know, is already overloaded by the other immigrants, so... Fucking Christ. It's such an absurd statement.
Immigrants all the way down.
And it's a copy-pasted statement. All the others are just like that. It's almost word for word. I mean, you would think with all these different people and different backgrounds and everything, they would all say maybe their own little unique thing, but it's not. It's the exact same statement, structured the exact same way. They're told to say this stuff.
Yep. No doubt.
The wishes of this family have been
massaged by the British government, correct?
hideously, outrageously desecrated by racist extremists and by our media, by politicians. What happened in Belfast? They set cars on fire.
Oh no!
Oh, not cars.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Go on.
I love this. Owen Jones is like, they didn't respect private property.
Hold on. They set cars on fire in Northern Ireland. I don't believe it.
I love how outraged he is. They set cars on fire. Oh my God. I can hardly imagine anything worse, except for that horrific knife attack you mentioned a second ago, but...
Oh, Jesus.
Lawyers thugs went from house to house looking for migrants to attack.
And somehow they knew exactly which doors to bang on. Huh.
Yeah.
And again, note how they're just walking past pretty much all of them. It's because, again, the house that was set on fire was a government shared property. They literally look this up online in all due likelihood.
They stopped cars looking for migrants in them.
Yeah, IRA checkpoints. Yeah, UDA checkpoints. Those have been a thing in Northern Ireland for quite a long time.
They burned houses.
Government houses.
Again, this has happened in Northern Ireland for a very long time. Owen only cares now that the targets are brown.
Yeah,
well, you got to understand.
Literally it.
It's not just that they're brown. This is government property on fire here.
Oh, say that again. Yeah. Fucking love that phrase, man. I get my girlfriend to whisper shit like that in my ear, man. Like, fuck.
God, Yep, sorry, carry on. I was just dreaming wistfully for a second there. Picturing the Houses of Parliament. No, carry on.
Families with little children had to be rescued from burning homes.
Homes were targeted and burned. Families had to be led to safety through the flames, rescued by emergency services, risking their lives in the most dangerous situation. It wasn't just homes. Cars were also torched by young masked men in these predominantly unionist streets.
Unionist.
But the target here was immigrants, and the message to entirely innocent families was, "You're not welcome."
You can see.
Unironically, yes. This has been one of the West's curses. Once upon a time, they were absolutely welcome, with open arms, everywhere across the West. Let in by the millions and treated better than the civilian populace. But they weren't very good guests.
If it helps, in England, they've never really been welcome. We've just never had a say.
All right.
Oh yeah, even back in the days, Dankula, no, even back in the days of Enoch Powell, right? When they were only bringing tens of thousands, 20, 30,000 or whatever, 70+% of people, when polled, agreed with Enoch Powell that they shouldn't be here and they should be sent home. England has always been a deeply right-wing and xenophobic country, I'm afraid.
The aftermath of these house burnings.
So have houses that were set on fire. You can see the damage to this property this morning. This is a street that houses mainly migrant families. This car
poor old Serco. Think of the money Serco's going to have to claim back from the government. Fuck off. Honestly, fuck yourselves.
Has been torched. You can see the damage to that house there behind me. And if we take a look at the pictures from the height of the violence last night on this street, many families were fleeing their burning houses, put into the safety of police vehicles and then driven away. Clearly they didn't spend the night here. The gas, the electricity had to be turned off.
That's the fascinating thing too. So it's an area predominantly occupied by migrant families, migrant cars, government property. The police are there to take care of them and whisk them away. It literally does feel like a fucking colonial state.
It really does, doesn't it?
The victims were Muslim families.
I spoke to...
Oh no, not the Muslims. What have they ever done?
Guarantees citizenship.
Another fucking pretty BMW. Why aren't...
Yeah, I told you.
Why are none of these cars on fire beaters or little fucking larders or something?
Can we look up that fucking license plate? Wait, that is... How are these people getting such nice fucking cars in Northern Ireland?
I bet you it's not insured.
Yeah, I bet it's not. Can we look that up?
I have no idea.
I'm just going to Google while we carry on.
A Muslim woman last night who lives in Belfast who said that she knows of a dozen families, mostly Muslim, whose homes had been targeted last night. And so I think it's very important to make clear here that this is planned violence. This is targeted violence against ethnic minority communities.
One Ukrainian refugee who already escaped bloodshed was forced to flee the flames.
And I have been having a conversation with the owner of that
Sorry,
property.
can I just go back to that? And you can actually just look up online whether a vehicle is taxed and has MOT. Can I just go back to that BMW and get that?
Let's see.
Muslim families.
I spoke to
FXZ 8816.
FXZ
8816.
Yeah, it is a silver BMW. That is the car I'm looking for. It is taxed, but it's not got any MOT.
Ah.
It's been out of MOT for a couple of months.
Downright fucking unfortunate, considering.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're
to a Muslim woman last night. Important to make.
Bloodshed was forced to flee the flames.
And I have been having a conversation with the owner of that property, the occupant of that property, who had to make an escape out the back. She says there were children here. It was a terrifying experience. She is from Ukraine. She has fled war.
And I noticed that her house is next to the one that was set on fire, not the one being set on fire.
Yeah,
Ukraine.
yeah, the one legitimate refugee on the fucking street.
They even burned down the homes of white people born in Northern Ireland.
I actually stood right over there and watched the whole house go up.
How are you feeling about that?
I've lost a home, man. 13 years out here, and that's gone. The house is wrecked, man. The whole house is completely destroyed. From top.
But Owen, if these are targeted racist attacks...
How did this guy end up doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good question.
Weird.
The bottom, it's literally all gone.
And did you see footage of, I mean, you were standing across the road watching it happen?
I seen the car was here even before it went up. It was a red car, and I seen him lighting it. I told him, this is my house, this is my house. I knew it was going to catch fire. And
So they were setting fire to the car, but then clearly then...
That's interesting.
And then that one there, and then it was a red one. It caught fire the whole house. It was all the sparks on flying. It was actually the door went up first, and then I knew straight away that was it gone.
Was there anyone in the property?
No, the property was completely empty. No, that's the says. I was standing there watching it, and literally told them before they lit the fire. I says, "This is my house here." I'm sure it didn't care anyway, did they?
What's your message to the people who have wrecked your property? And...
They've done it one of their own. I understand they're all angry and all that, but I just lost a home. So
that's an interesting response, isn't it? Friendly fire.
Friendly fire.
That's an interesting. He's not saying you shouldn't have done this, lads. He's saying you shouldn't have done this to me because I'm one of your own. That's an interesting response. And that's just FYI for anyone who's not from Britain. That's the kind of response you'd expect from Northern Ireland as well. I don't say that in condemnation.
Journalists for the right-wing publication Unheard posted a photo of burned homes. They tweeted, after taking this photo of burned out houses in East Belfast, two local lads scrolled through my phone photo library to ensure I hadn't captured any faces, telling me with no animosity, like, to fuck off away before you get kneecapped.
Wow, it sounds like these guys have learned a lot from the left-wing playbook, because this is exactly what happened at left-wing protests too.
But we now go to the band Kneecap for their official opinion. Oh, down with racism. Shut the fuck up, folks. Fucking.
The fury that drove this disorder was fueled by the right. Like Reform...
Fueled by stabbings, as you yourself said, Owen.
Zia Youssef, who tweeted...
Hang on, no. I love these guys. We're like, guys, right, hold on. We need to get a word. What's Nigel Farage think about this? I think they've got their own plans, mate. I don't think they need Nigel Farage's permission to go out and do this sort of stuff.
And again, like the horror of what you've seen in Belfast is a direct result of treacherous Tory and Labour immigration plots. Correct. There's literally not a word that's incorrect or a lie here. And would a total ban on visas for anyone from, say, Sudan fix this? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if Robert Jemrick had not allowed this person in.
Yeah.
The horror of what you have seen in Belfast is a direct result of treacherous Tory and Labour immigration policy. Reform has already announced in big capitals, total ban on visas for anyone from Sudan. Enough is enough. Deliberately, they're linking one hideous attack to Sudanese people as a whole.
Because he was Sudanese.
and so was the other guy the other day, and so will the next one be. As if Sudanese people just commit crime at exactly the same rates as like Swedish people.
Or they just don't. Like, this entire idea as well is like, okay, we can see the pattern, data point, data point, data point, but we may not draw any conclusions from it. It's fucking idiotic.
As the riots were unfolding in Belfast, he added, some cultures are much better than others.
That's true.
Again, where's the lie?
Yeah.
Like,
You're not going to sell me on Nigel Farage, Owen.
Let me just do a quick. There we go. Let me just do a very quick Google search of Sudan. Right. I'm
sure those chaps are very progressive. What are you talking about?
It's lovely. There we go. I agree. I think British culture is actually superior to this.
What's weird, though, is that every single one of these men would execute Owen Jones for being gay. Literally every single fucking one of them.
Or stone him in the fucking desert.
Yeah. Like, it'd be the end of Owen Jones if he went to Sudan.
Like, literally, the statement, some cultures are better than others. Yes.
Obviously true.
We need to be able to accept this. Reality itself makes it blindingly fucking obvious. Man, fuck. Is there even a single picture on the Google page that isn't either a map or a conflict, a dictator starving children, food queues, or armed thugs?
I mean, does Owen Jones even believe that some cultures aren't better than others? Like, does he even believe that, like, you know, the most virulent KKK white supremacist American is not better than, you know, some whatever he pictures as the hippy dippy, happy clappy fucking paradise that is Africa? Like, does he honestly not believe that himself?
I don't know. Like, it's got to be just pure cognitive dissonance, because this entire fucking Google page is just a full-on PvP server without end.
Yeah.
I want to find, like, there we go. That's a relatively peaceful pictures. Conflict and climate crises. Right. Well, that's it's the closest we get to a positive picture of Sudan. Okay, we take what we get.
You've got to remember that the Sudanese people have no agency, and this is all Western colonialism.
That's true. The weather has long ravaged Sudan at the behest of the Westerners.
It's a bit unironically, that's what he thinks.
We've had years now of politicians and media outlets claiming that Britain is spiralling into violent mayhem, and that's because of migrants. The facts show that on every measure, overall surveyed crime, the murder rate, NHS admissions for assault, knife assault, blunt object, we could go on. Violence has fallen steeply over the last 20 years, even as immigration has gone up. The detailed research...
And you're literally talking about a fucking pogrom, mate.
You ignorant
like,
slut.
Obviously not. And even then, this isn't true. Like what he's talking about, like the notice how he's just violence as a category. No, talk about knife crime. Talk about knife stabbings. That's up by a long way. Punch ups outside the pub have gone down because all the pubs have been closing. Yeah, that's fair. But when it comes to like actual, like medically needing of medical treatment, that's not down. And the reason that the actual death rate is down is because the emergency services have actually become adept at treating stab wounds. Like, they genuinely are better at dealing with stab wounds now, so fewer people die of them. That's the reason the murder rate hasn't skyrocketed.
And speaking of criminality going down, I present to you the incarceration rates.
Also, the fucking reporting rate. Like, what percentage of crimes are just not investigated anymore? Like, you had literally Marks and Spencer's and Iceland owners. The guys, the two different companies who own fucking Marks and Spencer's in Iceland, coming out and literally saying the police don't even investigate the crimes we report to them anymore.
No. Well, it's this same reason as well with the grooming scandals, right? So the way that you deal with crimes like that, specifically ethnic crimes that come from an ethnic or religious background, is with racist policing. That is unironically the solution. You put police officers into the areas where those people live. That's how you fix it. But you can't do that because it's racist.
I mean, literally, Boris Johnson discovered that with Stop and Search, and Sadiq Khan campaigned on ending Stop and Search because it was racist. And of course, what happened? Well, there was a big spate of knife crime and stabbings in London.
Yep.
And that's not even talking about rapes, man. Rapes are fucking through the roof in Britain at the moment. Like, it's actually, the rape rate is fucking unbelievable.
You're
and
welcome. No,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm joking. I'm sorry.
And not just because of Scotsmen. It's genuinely unbelievable. Owen Jones is like, yeah, no, this is a multiculti paradise, and this is exactly how it should be. It's like, oh, okay, brilliant. Thanks for telling us, Owen. This is how you think the world should be.
Every single argument in favor of immigration boils down to those famous two things: food and wage slaves. That's it. All arguments for immigration boil down to that.
Yep, advantages, economic advantages, and that's just not worth it.
Which finds there is no link between migrants and violent crime.
The government has declared. Okay, but I don't trust the government.
Yeah. And other governments have declared the opposite. Why don't we take their word for it? Because they're right-wing governments, that's why, isn't it?
Evidence shows that migrants are less likely to be convicted for robbery or violence against the person than people born in this country.
True,
Convicted.
they are less likely to be convicted. And yet they still make up a disproportionately large percentage of the prison population, which is weird, Owen.
And also, Victoria Derbyshire had to come out yesterday and admit that the Centre for Migration Control was correct when they say some nationalities are disproportionately represented in the crime statistics. Because again, Owen's like, yes, immigrant, that's the category. It's like, not really, Owen. You know, what you're saying there is like, oh, Swiss immigrants to Britain, Danish immigrants to Britain. Yes, they are also migrants. That's right, they're all immigrants. Yeah, but they're not equally criminal, are they? If we just make this data just very slightly more granular and say go for like, oh, I don't know, Afghans, then you realize that there's something like 22 times more likely to rape than a native British person. And it's like, holy fuck. Like, that is mad.
Indeed, when it's white people committing violent crimes, there are no riots. No riots when a neo-Nazi tried to behead a Kurdish barber.
And was he arrested and thrown in jail for the rest of his life?
Oh, so they blame the fact that she was a neo-Nazi, but he's not blaming the fact that she was a woman. Right? I think that's why she tried to decapitate someone, because she's a woman.
Oh, yeah, that was the young girl in Bristol, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can fix her.
Well, mate, I mean, she's only 19.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, calm down. Like, you know, no, but seriously, this young girl, I only saw like clips of snippets of newspaper articles, but she'd been like, you know, properly in hostels and stuff like that. Her family's been reliant on the system and stuff like that. She looked like she'd had a really rough upbringing. She really reminded me of that Scottish girl with the knife and the axe.
Yeah.
Defending herself. And they all fucking came down on her like a ton of bricks until it turned out actually they were trying to nonce her. And it's like, well, there we go. Like, these young girls are not being irrational.
Let's see. So she was sentenced to 19 years and 6 months in jail. And she was apparently a product of a broken home, wide variety of mental illnesses, the fucking works.
Yeah.
So crazy person did crazy things and was punished with the full force of the law. This is an example of neo-Nazis in Britain.
But also, am I supposed to believe that 19-year-old girl has grudge with immigrants to the point where she wants to take an axe to one of them and nothing's ever happened to her? Am I supposed to believe that, am I?
Furthermore as well, okay, let's assume she marched to Hitler, worshipped the man, complete neo-Nazi, full on, all right, hidden immigrants. She was arrested and given 20 years in jail.
Yeah.
Sounds like the system is working there.
Well, yeah, against the white people, it's working great.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's why nobody's talking about it, because it doesn't need fixing. If a white person commits a crime, even something so mild as tweeting the wrong thing, they are arrested and put in jail. In fact, hate crimes has the highest conviction rate of any crime in fucking England.
You're also held. You're also held in custody until you can be put in front of a judge, which means if you get arrested on, like, say, a Friday night and it's a hate crime, you're going to be kept in until Monday morning.
Yeah,
I've
this
never
is
even
simply
heard
no
of
problem.
a minority being arrested for a hate crime either.
No, I've never
Like-
heard of it either. Well, who was the guy? There was a I can't remember. It was some black rapper that did tweet out a whole like kill all white people, like fucking tweets, and he did get arrested and he got interviewed by the police, and they just decided to drop all the charges.
Oh, is that Bob Villain guy?
No. This was ages ago. This was a while
Oh,
back.
right. But the thing is, like, with the grooming gangs, for example, they were literally in the court reading the transcripts of how they'd be like, yeah, this is a white slag and we're doing it because she's a white slag and we hate white slags. And the court's like, yeah, well, that's not a hate crime. It's like, how
Yeah,
could you-
I know. Fucking
how could you
mental.
describe that as anything other than a hate crime?
No riots when two
Remember,
teenagers
we protect the grooming gangs.
Literally what they do.
stabbed to death a random Asian man when he dropped groceries at his mother's home in South Wales. No riots when a neo-Nazi repeatedly stabbed an asylum seeker at a Worcestershire hotel. No riots when a white man stabbed a Saudi student to death in Cambridge. No riots when a white man raped a Sikh woman in Warsaw, believing she was Muslim. We could go on. No,
Yeah, but he got
what's
life imprisonment, didn't he?
Yeah, and were they all punished? Okay, Owen. The difference here is the court and the justice system works for white people, not for the immigrants.
Arch, they weren't just punished, right? I mean, like this, like in all of the grooming gangs rape these young girls because they're white. They literally tell us we're raping you because you're white in all of the fucking transcripts. And okay, they get like 5 or 10 years in jail. This white guy rapes a Sikh woman thinking, oh, she's a Muslim. So it's exactly the same, but the other way around. He gets a whole life sentence. He will never be out of jail. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he shouldn't be punished. Obviously, he should be fucking punished. But it's very clear that the law is still cutting one way here. They give the bare minimum to the fucking grooming gangs and the maximum they possibly can to the white guy.
Yeah, and that is the key of this. Like, nobody's saying this isn't happening. Why isn't anybody rioting over it? Because this isn't a concern. The law works against them.
Yeah.
That is literally the point and purpose of the law. We're not trying to eradicate crime. We're not idiots. We know that's not going to happen. But one side is being punished for their crimes, the other is not.
Mm-hmm.
Happening is that politicians and media outlets jump on hideous crimes only if the perpetrator isn't white, so they can weaponize.
Yes, the Labour government is doing this, Owen. That's what's happening.
Keir Starmer loathes nothing more than an immigrant.
He really has it in for them ever since they just decided you're too weird and we don't want to talk to you anymore, Owen. Right, that's essentially what happened. He get kind of like gate kept out of Labour after being too much of a fanny, and he's just hated them ever since.
That crime to whip up division and hatred and indeed violence. Can you imagine their thought processes? Can you imagine it? Every time they hear a terrible
I imagine it, Owen. I think it's much like your thought process.
crime has been committed, they get excited, they get a thrill. Could this be another one? If there's a white person,
Jesus,
that's
no, Owen, trust us. As the far right media you're talking about, it's fucking harrowing, mate. Every fucking day, it's a terrible racialized atrocity against our people in this country, and we've got nowhere to go, bro. Like every day, like the other day with that fucking one in Northern Ireland. Oh my God, it was the first thing I saw on my phone that morning. I rolled over, woke up, rolled over, picked up my phone, was like, oh, I wonder if anyone's DM'd me over the night or something. And the first thing I see is this fucking barbarian stabbing a guy in the eye. The video play. I was like, fuck. Oh, and no one is thrilled that this is happening. No one.
this crushing disappointment and move on silently. If it's not a white person, it's like they've won the jackpot. And note this. I have looked at the timelines of right-wing politicians and right-wing commentators, and almost none of them have anything to say about what happened in Belfast.
Bollocks, it got so
being
blocked.
burned whilst their occupants, families with little children, are dragged from the flames, cars going up in flames, businesses going up in flames. And they say nothing. These are the same people who have whipped up hysteria about peaceful protests against Israel's genocide. They have smeared people opposed to genocide as dangerous, hateful extremists.
Only because the side...
Sorry, who did? Who did, Owen? Who was it who done that? Anyway. Go on. Sorry.
And also whipped up fear of these protests. What were they protesting for? All right, that's all right. A terrorist regime. That's entirely unreasonable to be worried about that, of course. And hey, don't get me wrong, I don't like the Israelis either, but...
As hate marches, and they have nothing, zilch to say.
Look, as hate marches, your chant is literally, like, what was it, from the river to the sea? Palestine shall be free? Like, we're going to eradicate the Israelis. Like, listen. That is your definition of a hate march, Owen.
About actual violent disorder, pogroms. It just goes to show what we're dealing with here. These people have turned the world on its head. These people actually are...
Oh, no, you've turned it on its head. Now people are beginning to flip it the other way around again.
It's such good news, though, isn't it? Owen Jones is like, we're losing hard. The right's crushing us. Oh, God. It's like, oh, thank God. About fucking time. I remember 10 years ago when Owen Jones was ruling the roost and crowing about how fucking woke and right on they were about all the bullshit they believed. No, you're losing now. Fucking suck it.
Are inciting violent hatred rather than people who just don't like children getting blown up.
And who did they learn this from, Owen? Who inspired this?
No. No, we were just protesting children getting killed in Palestine. Okay, but why aren't you protesting children getting killed in England? Like, the Southport fucking riots were exactly what you would be arguing for if they were Palestinian.
Listen to what journalist Kevin Maguire said in Good Morning Britain.
After the attack on the Liverpool football parade, and it was a white guy, middle-class, former Royal Marine, no one went after other white, middle-class, former Marines and said this person represents that entire group. And it's the case here. We've got a lot of issues to be addressed and raised and have got to be resolved over the guy and how he was in Northern Ireland with refugee status. But don't tar all refugees, asylum seekers, migrants, people of colour with him.
Yeah.
Yet again, the difference is how many terrorist attacks are carried out by the white people with that specific background, contra the Sudanese ones.
Indeed, it's worth noting, violence against girls and women. Northern Ireland has the second...
Oh, and this fucking point here too. Like, oh, violence against girls and women. Sweden has the second highest rape in the world at this point. Not because Swedish men suddenly started raping Swedish women at record fucking rates. Do not pretend that the left gives a shit about women and girls. Ugh.
No, also I did see a woman that was making this point online. I just made fun of her because it was like, she was like, oh, no one talks about the femicide levels in Northern Ireland, and I retweeted it with something like, damn, women will really try and make everything all about them. Right, but basically I did see people replying to that, and they were saying something like 78% of the murder victims in Northern Ireland are men, so what the fuck are you talking about? Like that, yeah, so I don't know why they're going to think of the women, shut up. This isn't about them for once.
Highest rate of women being murdered by men in Europe.
Unfortunately, Northern Ireland, we have...
And why is this happening? Why are the British murdering their women at such an enormous rate suddenly?
We're just monsters. You've got to understand.
And we had brutal violence.
This hobbit wearing our granny's curtains has to say.
Yeah.
In our past, we also have shocking femicide rates. Last week, in a very high-profile case, the murder of Natalie McNally, the judge gave the ruling, and he talked about a forensic knife attack. He talked about wounds so bad the cause of death was unable to be determined. There were no riots over the perpetrator of that brutal crime.
Did he go to jail, bitch?
Presumably.
Yeah.
We are heading for a very dangerous place. If the politicians and the media out...
Boys, I'm going to have to bounce. Sorry.
Okay,
right.
Roger.
Yeah. It's because I've got another show to do, and I forgot to eat today.
No worries,
so I'm gonna go eat.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thanks very much for having me on, guys.
Absolutely.
Right, I'll chat to you later on. Bye.
Well, I think we can imagine what Owen Jones' conclusion is going to be here anyways.
We're all evil racist. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, got it, Owen. Thanks.
And the governments must start censoring harder. The answer, the solution is censorship and repression.
Good point, Owen. I don't know why I didn't think of it.
It's the only way we can fix this. It's not that this is a result of long-term policies that have been enforced, reinforced, and not reversed, despite promises to the opposite. No, it's just Nazis.
Yeah. Everyone was just a Nazi for no good reason. That was a good point.
Course.
In 1930s Germany, they just went mental.
Well, at least now we can say we've covered an Owen Jones video as well. And guess what, Sargon?
What?
iDubbbz is being sued by Ethan Klein.
Yeah, I saw Ethan Klein lost his lawsuit against the I can't remember that woman's name. But the thing is, that was really predictable that he would lose that because she was reacting to his content, which is definitely protected under fair use. And I was cited in there with my Keeler, obviously, lawsuit, which I could have told him in advance. I said at the time, this will be used as future precedent, and lo and behold, there we are. But it's good for free speech, so bad luck, Ethan. Because I am actually on Ethan's side against these people, but that wasn't the way to go about it.
Yeah, so that was the weakest of the lawsuits. Hasn't been lost yet, but the preliminary ruling or verdict, whatever. So they haven't decided yet, but this is like the court going like, this is probably what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And it was by far the weakest of the claims, because his primary thrust there was that Denim said that she was trying to replace his content by going, watch my video and not his video.
Yeah, I mean, again, very weak.
Yeah. It's, because, again, you gotta remember, fair use is not a strict doctrine. It is literally judged on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, but in America, they're very open about fair use. Very open about it. To my advantage, thank God. But, and normally, basically, if you're a YouTube content creator who talks about politics or anything, you want it to be. You absolutely want it to be.
It was definitely the weakest of Ethan's lawsuits, and I frankly don't think the one against iDubbbz is much better.
I haven't looked at it.
But the bright side is this might mean that we can watch more iDubbbz videos, Sargon.
Oh, I don't want to watch more iDubbbz videos. I didn't really enjoy the last one, and that's the only one I've ever seen.
And that's the funny part.
Oh.
I'm going to get started on some super chats here.
Okay.
Alice Anderson, Arch remembers he knows people who know people. Listen, I'll have to start exploiting Sargon's connections more in the future, but I'm lazy. Charles the Beagle, just a point on last week's stream. I see the Indian birth rate fall below the replacement level as well. 1.9 birth. Yes. So, amusingly, the Indian Socialist Party has actually managed to do some decent things in India because it's not that hard to civilize a dung heap, I guess.
I'm not persuaded. I don't think Indian record keeping is as firm as you would want it to be to start making these assumptions.
Yeah, but this is also an inevitable result of having a more comfortable society, and the East is also civilizing. Birth rates naturally fall if people get comfortable, and especially when comfort becomes the purpose of your life. You need a specific sort of motivation or moral incentive to have lots of children, because lots of children, they are an imposition upon your ability to go to Ibiza every year.
It's called Ibiza, but yes.
Ibiza.
There's
no way it's called Ibiza.
I'm not joking. That's how the Spanish pronounce it.
What do the Spanish know about anything?
Well, great point, but that's how it's pronounced.
Question mark. Blaystone, so is today the promised brick by brick stream of bricks and minifigs? No. I looked at that video. It's way too fucking long. Holy crap, it's like an hour, 30 minutes. We barely got through 14... Well, we didn't, actually. Listen, when you can give me a breakdown video at about 15-minute mark, I'll consider it.
Yeah, right.
Dread Logan on Kick. Take a look at California. I got my normie co-workers and family talking about it being stolen. Oh yes, the Californian election. I saw that there was some irregularities over there.
Yeah, I heard that they're still counting or something, which is wild.
Mm.
But
I haven't.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it either. So.
Sandoom, Arch be late and gay as usual. Lateness must stop. Just a little bit. Diswiz, Taiwan #1, Irish #1. Boog, Mr. Dank, who's your favorite pony? Ah, I should have gotten that in there. But I'm sure it's rarity.
Okay.
Johnson Smith, the reason Art is late is that all the punctual Norwegians left immigration to the US, started farming because they're punctual.
It's so true.
River Norse, Dank, heard you're going to stream with Kirsche. That might be the second thing he was going to do today.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Sinestro, today's stream will be great as our regular host, the Swede and the German invited the Englishman. John Smith, Arch, you can be punctual too. Just immigrate, join the melting pot, let your culture dissolve into the Germanic-English hybrid of America. I like my culture.
All I'm
it's
asking
nice.
for, Arch, is Protestant timekeeping.
And I ask you to charge your headphones.
Well, yeah, okay, that's fair. I thought I had, to be honest. I'm actually on my phone at the moment ordering a new fucking cable. So.
Dear Mifoy, Arch is late and homosexual. Will Justice Dankula preside over the trial of Arch? And Boog, admit you're late because you're watching Dive Grass. I don't even know what the fuck Dive Grass is.
Yeah, I know what it is.
John Smith, or is just Arch just milking chat because he knows late will make the supers flow. Unironically, so YouTube wants you to be late because apparently it only starts pushing the video out to subscriber feeds when it's supposed to go live, so I guess. Carson Casimir, we all know autism can be a superpower sometimes. Sometimes. Sargon, start an NGO. Ah.
You know what? I have been thinking about it. Like, unironically. What do you need to do to... Let me look that up. ChatGPT, what do I need to do to start an NGO?
Definitely not a Frenchman. Count, love your stuff. How are you? Love from TN. Bass players, if my Scottish-Irish kin need to be paid to fight the government. Marine Elva, in the 2020s, the cops are the criminals are the victim, and the victims just had it coming. You can read that in more ways than one, and it will still be true. Carson Casimir, they shut down every Steam valve for decades. Steam valve. Like, what did you think was going to happen here? Also, hey, howdy, hey, Hanky Danky. Been watching since the Nazi Pug. Yes, apologies to everyone who sent messages to Dankula. I wanted to just try and get the video done, which we almost did.
Sorry, this is actually quite easy. I just need to get approval from the Charity Commission.
Oh. I don't know if that'll be that easy.
I could start a charitable trust.
But are the Charity Commission going to be friendly towards you?
Well, I mean, the great thing about... Well, I mean, I actually know what I'd start a charity for as well. I'd start a charity to promote classical education.
Classical education charity.
Gotcha. I mean, that's actually a great cause. Like, because I did that video going to the King Alfred School, which is now closed down because the fucking government is gay. And the education they were doing, just the trivium based education, classical education, was fucking incredible. All the kids were amazing, and it was just like, okay, this is actually worthy. This is a worthwhile thing. And so, if I was going to start an NGO, I would speak to the chap who's running that and be like, listen, I need you to run my NGO to promote this education. Like, that's what I would do.
Well, there's a future crusade then.
Oh no, it's actually something that'd be really, really good, and it'd be good for everyone, you know.
John Smith, a Scot, an Englishman, and a Norwegian meeting. Is this a parlay or after the battle when you're arguing terms and ready to fight again? Subu Kaji, the inspector's monologue from V, seemingly more pertinent than ever. V? I haven't watched V in ages.
Yeah, I mean, I was a kid when I watched that.
Bass player, don't mess with the border Scots. Doesn't matter if they are in Scotland, Ulster, or USA. You will not have a good time.
It's true.
Zanox on top
I tell you what, the Northern Irish accent, man, is the most incredible thing. It's a bunch of Scots living in Ireland trying to speak English. I can't understand a fucking word they say. I can understand like a normal Irish accent so much more easily.
So Noxon, well done, Ireland, you bloody potato gobblers. Give it up. Drive them all out. Drive them out. Into the sea. Cousin Casimir, as an American of persuasion, I joke on St. Paddy's Day that I celebrate by checking under my car before I turn it on in the morning. And Attackman, greetings. Greetings to you too. Sinestro, so the IR at is more successful than SNP. IRA. Ah, I see. YouTube is censoring IRA.
Is it?
I guess, because he wrote IRA with an at.
Yeah. I get. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
Huh. YouTube censors the weirdest thing. The IRA. That's not exactly a hot button topic anymore, but
Yeah, no, I'd be surprised if the YouTube does censor the IRA, and of course they're woke now. So.
Durgenmo. Good evening, Arch Warhammer. Somebody probably already asked, but what's your impression on the new No Peace Among the Stars cinematic and the Total War news? New cinematic has some nice shout-outs, some less good references, and I do like the look of the new Total War game, although I reserve judgment.
Cinematic.
They uploaded some gameplay the other day, so they've got 40 unit army stacks now, which is nice.
Can we have a look?
I'll see if I can find it.
I haven't actually seen that. Because it's going to come down to Dawn of War 4 or Warhammer Total War. 40k Total War. Like, which one am I going to be playing? 40 stack armies?
Yes.
That's nice. All right.
The question is, though, whether or not you will have 40 stack armies, or if you can combine 2 stacks like previously, because we've already kind of had 40 stack armies.
Yeah, I know. Oh. It'd be nice to be able to split the armies a bit more easily as well.
There is no peace amongst the stars. There is only war. Total War Warhammer 40,000 is really like a marriage of IPs made in heaven. We create authentic worlds, and we have a really precious...
We have been asking for this for a long time.
Well, I don't know. Not 40k Total War. I've been always very skeptical to 40k Total War.
No, I remember playing like Rome Total War and saying to my mates, oh god, 40k on this would be amazing, wouldn't it? I mean, and back in like 2004, it probably would have been.
Currently that we're working with, which I know lots of you, just like us, who really love. We've read a lot of books, played games, painted. There is no option to stop.
Yeah, because they're part of this that I like, and they're part of this that I'm not a massive fan of. Like, large army's good. Map, still tiny, though. Like, I don't like how small the map is. Especially not with 40 units. The map feels really tiny.
Unforgiving place. Everyone is fighting. There is no...
Also, I'm noticing that one of my big issues with range combat was they're going to do like 0 engagement range, and you've got a Baneblade here, which appears to still be out of range of a truck, like 100 meters away.
No option to stop, because, the world will eat you alive. But you, as a player, you will make the difference. And what's really unique about Total War is you can experience that whole universe, from the galaxy running an entire faction across the stars, to the soldier fighting on the ground, and just clinging to life, try to survive another day. It's literally like being that armchair general who is like, I'm at the command of West forces, doing big flanking maneuvers. doing the smart moves of like jumping over, like covering big spaces, especially with the jump backs, or dropping bombardment of the enemy. And that's what's unique about it, is the scale, both the horizontal and the verticality of it.
It does look pretty, though.
Vast
It does.
franchise, a massive setting that's been around since the 80s, but luckily we don't expect players to know everything. We don't even want them to know everything. We have a brilliant onboarding experience. It's a very story-driven set of campaigns.
Oh, this is very corporate speak.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
In fact, it would be a bit of a problem if you knew everything, because we plan to rape quite a bit of it.
Well, yeah.
And there was only one iconic location to start.
Yes, it is Armageddon, the quintessential place that represents the fight between humanity and orcs. They're like larger-than-life characters. Like one of my favorite ones is Yarrick. Yes, we will have.
Also, they killed Yarrick, but I guess they've unkilled him now.
Yeah, we need him back, sorry.
In the game.
Well, don't forget his arch rivals there too. We have Ghazghkull Fracker, the prophet of the War himself.
Yep.
But it's that journey that's going to be the interesting one.
Yeah, it's a path to Armageddon, yeah? The stakes are galactic, so you're going through between systems to systems, where the end goal, at least for the Orc and the Imperium, is definitely Armageddon.
And Armageddon's certainly not where we're stopping. It's just the start.
We're looking at all the...
Also, the only reason why Armageddon's suddenly important is because they blew up Cadia.
Well, yeah.
Details of the different world types that are present in Warhammer 40,000. So we've got hive worlds, agro worlds, mining worlds, frontier worlds, and layered on top of that, we also have all of the different biomes. So we can have icy mining worlds, arid mining worlds. Ultimately, what we've done is we have created a planet-making system.
I do like this, by the way, that you can like fight on planets, but the problem is they still don't have randomly generated maps or procedurally generated maps based on the location. So those planets are basically just eye candy and won't determine where you fight.
Weird, because Total War has always had procedurally generated battlefields.
Well, no. Total War Medieval, etc. had generated battlefields. After that...
Yeah.
There's two things.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know even Rome 2 does.
Does it? I don't think it does.
Yeah, no, it does.
Right.
Wherever you are on the map looks like the battle map looks like wherever you're fighting. It definitely does.
With the hive worlds, one, we want to make sure that the planets themselves look like hive worlds, so that we have huge cathedral, very much like we're in a cathedral here. Cathedral-like cities stretching into the sky, going through the clouds, and whole planet's surface covered in urban development. And then we want to make sure that the battlefields match the visuals on the planet.
So one of the challenges, of course, there is like the staggering sort of architecture.
Also, I am spotting capture points on the map again. I really fucking don't like capture points.
Did they learn nothing?
Architecture and scale and verticality, and then try and pull that into like a really engaging gameplay space.
Also, you're talking about verticality, but look, there is no verticality. I refuse to believe it. I've seen the maps; they look tiny.
Lanes and routes, building.
Also, verticality in a Total War game is a bit overrated, I would suggest. This isn't Necromunda.
Like unless you were going to add in air units or the ability to climb up, or hell, God forbid, giving units on an elevation a shooting advantage, a feature we haven't seen since fucking Medieval 2.
No. Now, this is actually a feature that's in the 11th edition, the rules. So I'm actually mildly excited for 11th edition because that actually is coming into it. So, like, for some reason, I don't know what's happened, but the stars have aligned and Games Workshop have had a good idea. More than one good idea, actually, with 11th edition. So I'm actually quite optimistic for 11th. And I have ordered my 11th edition starter set. So we'll see.
Traversable lanes, cover zones.
We have some maps where your focus will be.
Also, I really hate the mention of lanes in any of these games. I mean, I get what they mean, because obviously all maps have approach paths, but...
Yeah, what do they mean? Literally, like... Yeah, I don't like the idea of lanes.
On sort of like navigating through these choke points and blasting apart areas to get a bit more sort of room to maneuver, or bring down a building on someone that's trucking along past. But then there's actually some pretty significant open spaces within them, like gigantic landing pads, and sort of the scale is so utterly off the chart.
But is it, though? Because I'm seeing a deployment zone, white lines, right there. That isn't that big of a map. Because all of this is just distraction. I can't fight up there. I can't fight over there. I can't fight over there. This is the army deployment, and the other one's probably right there.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit nervous about this now.
There was a mod for Napoleon Total War that I absolutely loved because it unlocked the borders and made the map like 10 times larger. It meant that you actually had to scout for the enemy, and it suddenly made things like Dragoons so much more useful.
Yeah.
Total War's always been a game about scale, right? You're from the bird's eye view above your empire down to the individual battlefields that just...
I mean, the setting, yes, the game.
Decide its fate.
I mean, it's not wrong. Like, Total War has always had the biggest real-time battles.
We've had to go much grander. You're fighting across a solar system, right? Imagine you're looking down at kind of your ship's bridge at the hololith that's displayed. You're now deciding which planet do I wish to assault? Which regions should I conquer to give myself the most strategic advantage? Every decision you make as a player is not impacting just your current turn, but it's impacting every turn that goes on afterwards. Those decisions,
Okay, yeah, we've played Total War, for fuck's sake. We know what Total War is.
Yep.
Stick with you. They follow you. It's not a linear path through, right? And also narrative, the decisions you make as an individual drive the outcome of the story itself. And
rather than as a collective. That would be weird.
How that
just
plays out.
obviously,
So
this is a
playing through
Total
the
War
same
game. We get it.
Yeah. PR speak.
faction multiple times will yield a different experience for you as a player.
We want that strategic decision making to pull their forces through the game, but they will certainly encounter narrative events or the framing of why they're there, what their objectives are, how do they win. So the narrative framing will influence the rewards you'll kind of get for conquering a certain system. If you're the Astra Militarum and you take a plant on a civilized world, they're probably going to get a boost to tank production. If you're orcs and you come across a world rich in scrap, that's probably going to help you build some stompers much faster than...
Okay, so they're both tank production. They just give me +10 to building certain units.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. I can accept that. That's fine.
It is, but this is one of the creative assembly trick things where they keep... Like, I saw this with Fable recently, where they were listing mechanics that were in every previous Fable game as if they were revolutionary. Like, you can buy a house! Like, wow. Thanks?
Yeah, that's what Fable does. Yeah, I know.
Like,
that
like
is what he's doing here. That is what he's doing here.
Listing features that already exist, and you're like, wow, you can do this!
Yeah, we've played Total War, bro.
Feels like they've run out of ideas a little bit.
I hope Medieval 3 is good.
World, for instance.
God, I hope that so much.
If you love Warhammer 40,000, we are bringing that to life in a way you will never have seen in any other video game that's been made. If you love your...
Fucking better.
And we hope that's true, because for some reason we've decided to compete directly with Dawn of War 4.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it?
For some ass backward fucking reason.
Because I mean, the Dawn of War 4 looked pretty good too.
Yeah.
Strategy gaming, right, in general, if you love your turn-based or real-time strategies, you know, we've got you there as well.
We cannot wait to spend the next many, many years crafting the ultimate.
Oh, God, yeah, I know. This is going to be another 10-year fucking DLC factory.
Yeah, when is this coming out?
No release date as of yet, I think.
Oh, okay.
It does have a beta phase starting soon, though, so probably not too far away.
Right, okay.
But please don't remind me of the fact that you're going to milk that. Like, I don't even necessarily mind the DLC spam, because I get it. It's a large universe. You need to add all kinds of stuff. I get it, but just pretend not to.
Man, I've bought every single Warhammer Gladius DLC that there is.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind DLCs as long as I'm getting some extra content for it. It's fine. I'm okay with that. Just make it fucking good.
Experience. And you can help by joining our closed beta, which gets launched later this year. We are on social media, so please follow us for more news, and thank you again.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't hate it. Like, I don't hate what they've shown. I hate the corporate speak, but I know what you're saying because I played a lot of Total War in my life.
Yes. Like, to me, all of it just sounds basically traditional Total War, and it's like, okay, I'm fine with that, but
it's a Total War game, guys. Thank God. That's all I want, actually. Creative Assembly.
I'm going to remain very skeptical towards this game overall. We shall see.
Well, yeah, but I'm very critical of basically everything these days because everything's shit. And so, like...
Deep skepticism.
I want it to be good. I want it to be amazing.
That would be cool. I would like to have my mind blown.
Yeah, I genuinely want to believe.
Let's see. Fat Leon. I know Carl got mad because I said that you guys might end up like ex-Yugoslavia, but in my defense, I was born in a city that almost became the next Sarajevo, and Belfast is just a Tuesday for me.
What?
Listen, would getting balkanized be the worst outcome for Britain?
No, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Barbarians are us. Emperor Palpatine would be a preferable leader for the UK at this point. Unironically, yes, Palpatine actually was good for the Empire. Kier's not.
Yeah, Keir Starmer is not an Emperor Palpatine.
Sandoom, I know this is off topic, but I humbly request to you, Arch, tell Count Dankula of the bestest mascot in RP, that being Puggles, the pug. The pug who drove the party's boat. For New Vegas. Count, I'll add that to the fund. Iemu Otaku, I think it was terrible. The crime damage caused by that man getting his blood on that innocent Sudanese knife.
Yeah, I mean, at least the police didn't fucking arrest the victim this time.
That's something. You know, I've been stabbed. I believe you. Okay, that's a step forward.
Yeah, don't think you have, mate.
Mario Trujillo, the Irish are remixing. Come out, ye black and tans. I know it's a low-hanging fruit, but I don't care. The soulless ginger need to take a stand.
Well, I mean, the IRA lost every encounter they fought with the British Army, so... Like, might be black and tans and whack. Then they get whacked again. It's like, yeah, it's all just, that was all just talk.
Pop that stego. What kind of Irishman are you? My little Armalita starts playing on in the background.
Yeah.
Pudding Simon. It would be the most strategically to not chimp out, but well, what can we do is use the left's spells against them. When they say riot bad, we say riots are the language of the unheard, or no justice, no peace.
I mean, there are so many tweets from any leftist that you can pull up justifying the 2020 BLM riots.
Oh, yes.
So many.
Again, listen, I don't want riots to be the solution. Yeah. I don't want violence to be the solution. I condemn it, YouTube, etc., etc. And there should be better ways of doing it, but the left has demonstrated that it does work. So
I just want the government to respond to our problems.
Yeah, like literally, that's all. Government.
Yeah. I don't think I'm asking for anything outlandish.
The violence is a response to the failures of democracy, not a challenge against it.
Correct.
You ignorant slut.
Mrs. Twisted Frenzy, the Irish government just signed us into the EU Migration Pact. We are so screwed. If Restore can do anything to save us from the taunted decisions of our treacherous government when they take power, I'd be eternally grateful.
Well, Rupert Lowe does fucking love Cromwell, by the way. Just FYI.
Of course he does.
Yeah. So, you know, an invasion of Ireland is not actually impossible in the future.
So, Luxon, I want to see Ireland go full Vlad on these animals. Sharp stakes. Can't say that. And Elon should tell them to fuck off, refuse to pay any fines, and block the whole UK if needed.
I'd really rather he didn't, because we actually really need Twitter. Thank you.
Yeah, the problem is the Twitter is actually very useful.
Yeah, we actually really need Twitter, so please don't.
But I do actually want Elon to say fuck off. Listen, I've been saying this already. What Elon should be doing is go, my platform is the premier social media platform. If you're against free speech, I'm just going to kick you off it. No reach for Keir Starmer, no accounts for Labour, none. See how they do.
I don't think you can do it for the government. I think that is a bridge too far. But left wing, like Hassan Piker, that sort of type. You know, if Hassan Piker's like, you need to deplatform people. Boom, there goes your reach, buddy.
Listen, a bridge too far is exactly what we need right now.
Maybe.
As really, like, he's got an enormous amount of social power there, and frankly, I'd like to see him abuse it a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't want Keir Starmer to have an excuse, though. It's like, remember, like, Keir Starmer has just been essentially coming out the past couple of days and threatening everyone on the right wing. If you cause division, I'm coming after you. It's like, well, fuck, man.
Mm. Well, as much as I understand that argument as well, I'm wondering if Keir Starmer needs an excuse.
Well, he still does. He hasn't got a huge amount of political capital, and he thinks of himself as being a legitimate prime minister. I mean, what is Donald Trump going to say if he's roundly deplatforms the right wing after he lied to Trump's face about free speech in Britain? Like, it won't go well, you know what I mean? So he is trapped in a bit of a bind.
Sarathis, before trying to make him a head shorter than the diversity, poked his eyes out. That man is now blind. I had to rewrite this super 3 times.
Yeah, it's awful. Absolutely awful. Like, the desire to mutilate is always, there's something in this that we need to think about. Why do they want to cripple us? Like, 'cause it's not even clear the guy was actually trying to kill him. Right, it's like, I don't think he was actually trying to chop his head off. It didn't look like it to me. It looked like he was trying to gouge his eyes out, which he seems to have done.
There is something different in mutilation from simple murder. It is an assertion of a power, an ability.
It's an act of supremacy. And it's evil. It's really fucking evil. It's way more evil than just being murdered.
He who shall not be named, the migrant, are being brought in to purposefully destabilize the country they dropped in. Of course, the commies aren't going to tell them to behave. They want the chaos they bring. Correct. Again, this is the stated purpose of the entire plan of the honest socialist, is to replace Western society with socialism. This is the purpose. This is the point.
Yeah, you don't need to persuade me. Trust me.
Noble. Ethnic nationalism is the future. At this rate, yes.
Well, it's literally what's happening in Northern Ireland right now.
It's practically unavoidable now.
Yeah.
Child the Beagle.
I do think, just think on that, I do think a series of events have been set in motion that can't really be undone at this point. Like, I think the things that are happening now, like, it's inevitable that tomorrow or the day after another horrific event, another horrific crime against the British people happens, and you know, people will only stand for it for so long.
Child Beagle. Oh, the irony that the people of East Belfast, descendant of the people sent by a government to demographically replace the natives, are against the people that were sent to the government to demographically replace them.
Sure, but I mean, it's been a few hundred years.
Subject Noble, the UK political class really cause their own downfall because of their own ego and hubris. They will cause their own Night of the Long Knives.
It's pretty bad.
Tunushi, Albania didn't only buy weapons, they fortified the border with ungodly amounts of steel, reinforced concrete, and even repurposing World War II tanks as turrets. I mean, I applaud the paranoia.
I also like the idea of using a tank as a turret. Well, we can't get the tracks to move, but the gun still fires.
Yep. 12 Dirge, pogrom is a Polish word, and it means to smite. I did not know that. Thank you.
I didn't know that either. That's very interesting.
Marine Alva, watch out for the left cross in the election polls, where all of a sudden that underdog leaps ahead, like Biden and Rahman.
Well, you know what, right? I'm curious as to what's happening in Makerfield at the moment, because, man, we are getting some fucking interesting reports on the ground. And everyone's like, well, you can't win, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know, like 50% of that fucking constituency didn't vote in the last election. If we get another Great Yarmouth where people are like, yeah, I will vote for Rupert Lowe, actually. Like, and like all of the internal like metrics for reform, for Restore are fucking amazing. Like from what I've seen, and I've seen a few, and it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up or anything, and I'm not saying that I think X, Y, or Z, but it's like something weird is happening here.
Mechanics on duty. A reminder, he was a cop in Sudan.
Was he?
I've heard that.
Fucking upholding the law.
Roland Compton. We need a pogrom in Texas. We're overrun by people with red dots on their foreheads. I hear it's getting bad in certain states in the US with that too, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they are getting a lot of immigration in America, I'm afraid.
Explosion. I'm beginning to believe that this is all working towards the final nail in the coffin of trying to make Western European people appear as the #1 enemy of the world forever.
Yeah, they do think that.
Sabra, no, the left demands your examples be pulled exclusively free from pop cultural references.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even against using culture as reference, but like...
We have reality.
Yeah, exactly. Reality is happening around us.
Waliar, of course they have to believe that right wing is getting millions in sponsorship because they are and they're still losing. Yes, I genuinely do believe this is primarily projection.
Yeah, but that's exactly it. They're still losing. We're not funded. We're only funded by our fucking audience. Just FYI, right? Load seaters, my channel, this channel. We don't get any fucking money from any billionaires. We are just organic, completely organic.
The closest I've ever come to receiving money from millionaires is raid sponsorships.
And I've never even done a raid sponsorship.
There you go. Lupus in Fabula. Do you think more Europeans, diaspora included, are realizing our governments are acting out of deliberate malice rather than stupidity and incompetence? Yes.
Jesus. If you haven't noticed by now.
And that's largely because, again, like the thing is, you can vote once and nothing happens. You're like, okay, well, not enough voting happened, I guess. But
I didn't vote hard enough.
Yeah, and this has now happened multiple times, and people aren't idiots. They can tell the pattern. Like, okay, well, this doesn't work.
Yeah. The governments just are not responsive to their own people these days. It's mad.
People don't have a problem with democracy yet. They have a problem with the democracy that doesn't work.
Yeah. And as you said, like the riots are literally because of a failure of democracy. Like, it's very Starship Troopers, actually.
It is.
It's actually very, very Starship Troopers.
Popatsot, what's the over-under on people finally fixing this? You would think the snuggle of our young, not men, would have got something, but nothing happens.
Yeah, I know.
Harrison Judd, how would you say the Tree of Liberty is thirsty in Gaelic?
They wouldn't. That's not the way they think.
Again, like, all of this is simply just a slow boil. Like, people would prefer to vote their way out of this, as the meme goes.
Oh, yeah. People want their democracies to be responsive.
Yeah, these are deeply entrenched values and preferences. We like democracy. We'd like democracy to continue. We just want it to work.
Yeah, we just want the fucking governments to actually listen to what we're voting for. Is that so much?
Charlie the Beagle. It'll be interesting to see the coverage of the Unionist bonfire in Belfast, the 12th of July.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to Northern Irish politics normally. So obviously there's not normally a reason to need to do so.
Pop that. Stego says, take a shot every time Owen says racist. I dare you. Also, I think you'd be worse off if you called it pogrom this time around.
I just find it interesting that they're calling it a pogrom and no one cares.
One-man band, the black community, is screaming that the defense attorney was a white supremacist plant. Ah, yes, in the Anthony thing.
Yeah. Could have hired your own then, couldn't you?
Well, he would have tried that, but he needed a house and a car. So,
well, his parents did, yeah. Well, I say his parents, his mum, obviously.
Man, that must have been an interesting piece of paperwork too, because to get a free public defender, you have to prove that you can't afford to hire one. He must have done that whilst they can look at $600,000 odd in crowdfunding.
Yeah. Where's that money gone? Stuff.
Just it's not there anymore.
Thanks, Mum.
I'm amazed they even accepted it. Like, I feel like at that point, the correct answer should just be like, no, you can afford it. Shut up.
Yeah, sell something.
Yeah. Literally, yes. Why wouldn't that be the first? Because that's the first answer for everybody else. If you go like, okay, well, I don't have the money to pay my taxes, but you do have a house.
Yeah.
Mr. Spenska, much love from the Maple Yankee. Keep it up. Remember, when it gets real bad, at least you're not Canadian. That is an eternal solace.
Yeah, things in Canada, as bad as things are in Britain, way worse in Canada.
Lone Wolf and Coob, Dank, Art, and Sargon. Here's some money, lol. Thank you.
Thank you.
Magsman, Jimmy Dore, formerly on TYT, said that it's all manufactured outrage meant to distract from gas prices. How does someone that stupid get a following?
Well, Jimmy is an old school leftist, so on some things he's very good. On other things he's not very good.
It is also the fact that there are a lot of people out there who desperately need this to be true.
Yeah.
Like, again, the mental of cognitive dissonance amongst a lot of people is genuinely remarkable.
Yeah. And remember, the left are purely materialistic as well. So if you end up with metaphysical conflicts, they can't understand it. They literally have no framework to understand what's happening.
Yes. And you also have the inability to speak out against the church, because that is obviously evil, which is why, again, I loved the David Jaffe position, where he goes, oh, God of War Laufey's obviously wrong. And he says that the moment he sees her, his brain clicks and goes, this isn't going to go well. But then he goes, well, fuck, that makes me a misogynist. I'm all for diversity. Backtrack. But he still sits there and understands, like, I don't like the game. He just can't say why.
Yeah, not allowed.
Nope, not allowed.
Sorry, David. And again, I think I like David Jaffe as well, to be honest. Like, there's something about him that I get the feeling that we'd hang out and be mates, you know? Like, I reckon I'd get on well with him if he wasn't woke.
He's trapped by his midwittery.
Yeah, but he's the kind of guy that I'd go for a beer with and have a good time, you know? Like, I can feel it, that we'd hang out and we'd have fun.
Tunushi, can you royalists tell me whether there's a difference between a Brit and a subject of the British Crown? Our king quit before the round started.
Oh, God, if only we could be subjects of the British Crown. That means the king would have obligations to us. I mean, the king has obviously sided with the migrants over his own citizens or subjects. But, I mean, like, in previous eras, this just didn't happen because the king had obligations. Like, the thing is about, like, being loyal to the crown also demands that the crown be loyal to you. Like, it's a reciprocal relationship. Unfortunately, that just doesn't exist anymore. And so it's just like, okay, great.
John Adams, full force of the law. Sniffles. Conan.
No, it's fucking mad, isn't it? Full force of the law. Oh, thanks, Keir. Nothing more than I love than when you're giving me the full force of the fucking law, you traitor.
Animate Acumen agreed to say their message go completely off script in front of live cameras. Now that would be funny.
Yeah, I know, right? We were talking about that on the podcast earlier. So yeah, well, was it the podcast? I can't remember what it was. But yeah, we were talking about it earlier in the office. Just like, you know, just go fucking wild. Most right-wing fucking response to it. See them freaking out, scrambling for your microphone.
Sentinel Rex, what's Owen's opinion on Tesla dealership fires? Oh, the expected result? Shocking.
I haven't mentioned it, obviously. Weirdly enough, that didn't come up.
Again, no left-winger has any objection to violence. It's just not right-wing violence.
Yes, and that just chat, that's it. That's the sum total of everything. Left-wingers do not object to violence, they object to your violence.
Yes. Dr. Martin Luther Pepe Bart, tell the good people about how the new Swedes burned cars in our fair Sweden. I mean, you get lucky if you've burned cars in Sweden. Sweden had to start taking account of grenade attacks and bombings in their country.
Oh, yeah, it's the single highest concentration of grenade attacks in the West. Probably anywhere in the world, to be honest.
Sujard, sorry if this comes out of nowhere, but what happened with Jeremy and Bering? Oh, that's right.
No idea. No idea. I have not been following that drama at all.
Oh, momentary madness.
Yeah, Jeremy seems to have gone off the rails, basically. And I don't know why. I've just seen like people like tweeting about it in my timeline. I'm like, you know what? I've got other things to do. I can't be bothered to look into this.
Mikkel Arch, I still like my dating show idea. I will pay enough for it. You have one of the rarest thing in the world, women that doesn't hate men. Say hi.
Norwegian women.
I know. I need to set up the dating.
They don't hate men.
The dating video thing.
I would have thought they were feminists like all the other women. Norwegian women not feminist? Whoa. Are Norwegian women not feminist then, or what?
No, they are. Very much so. But feminist in the less political version.
Scandinavian way. Right.
The female supremacist way.
Okay.
Carson Casimir, this is government property they set on fire. Please, mate, it's hard to control myself at work.
That's the reason that Owen Jones is so bothered, though.
Yes, it is. That's a government housing project they're burning there.
Yeah.
Magnet Man, any government that doesn't fear its own people will devolve into tyranny. The Irish asked nicely for things to change and they were ignored, so now they're demanding it. Godspeed to the potato Brits.
I mean, that could well be an Ash Sarkar tweet, right?
Yep.
That's literally, they've all justified this.
Or Chickador, did Owen ever talk about Irina Zorutska? If not, he has no right to talk now. I don't know. I doubt it.
What would he say?
Well, he'd probably say the right wing is whipping up a frenzy now over a completely isolated incident.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we got a lot of these isolated incidents.
A lot of them.
Fucking loads of them, unfortunately.
Alex Blackman, let's have a whip round, lads. How much do we need to send Owen to Sudan, since he clearly loves the culture so much?
Well, you know, no culture's better than another.
It's true. No culture's better than another, even the one that's ran by local violent warlords.
Even the one that literally kills gays. I mean, I don't... There's no way he can possibly actually believe this, though. That's the thing. He can't actually truly believe that.
Probably cognitive dissonance to himself to the point where he believes that they hate gays because of the West, that this is a Western value enforced upon them.
Yeah, that's probably true. I've seen loads of them argue that African hatred of gays is a colonial product.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I'm sure they were just totally fine with gays until those evil Westerners turned up, bro.
Charleston, why would you want to report a ethnic-based crime? If the other side said I was a racist, the cops might just be the death of me.
Oh. Good point, to be honest.
Ethan Grant, Haylot, Sargon, and Discord Nutsman. Been watching all of you separately for years, so it's an awesome to see all of you on one stream. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
That nobody guy, more people should use their own language against them. Colonizers, indigenous, native peoples, etc. until it becomes mainstream, because that's literally what's happening, and leftists would go nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I personally am using it because it is what's happening. There is a danger of falling into the left-wing framework, though, because when you're in the dialectic from their perspective, you can get trapped in it. But at the moment, I think it has got a use. Because I think it's actually an accurate description of what's happening. But we do need to be careful of it, though.
Remember, when you're wrestling with the idiot in the mud, he does have superior experience to you.
Yeah, and also you do get covered in mud.
John Adams, I can fix her. Can't we all? Boog, right now, Mexicans are beating South Africans in Mexico City. Are they?
Well, is that the football, though, right?
Hope so.
I'm pretty sure he's talking about football. I don't follow football, so.
Known Wolf and Cub, what do we hate, Mace? We punish them. Do we do? Mr. Tremsey.
When's the next Space King coming out?
Not a clue.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Eon really is laying it on thick with his new favorite word in this video. A new drinking game. Take a shot every time you hear the word pogrom. This MLS Super Chat to Doom Eternal.
As I said, this is a brand new word for the British media to be using. They didn't use it on Southport. They didn't use the word pogrom at Southport. So this is brand new for them. They've learned a new word, and they're going to use it a lot. And nobody fucking cares.
Nope. Or Chickador, the advantage for the iDubbbz case is that he is in Canada, not the US. Yes, I heard he was suing him under Canadian law, which is probably a lot stricter on defamation.
Okay, I haven't been following it, so I don't know.
Bangs Naughty Bits, for your information, Charlie Kirk, judge is Lego judge in Utah. Dizwiz, play only orc, others is gay. I mean,
you know what? I am tempted to start an orc army in 11th because the orcs are looking pretty good, I've got to say. And I do like the idea of a speed freak army where everything's on a buggy or a bike or something. That does sound like a lot of fun. But I'm currently painting up my Thousand Suns, and because I try to paint to the very best of my ability, it takes fucking ages. Getting this this Forge Fiend done, this is going to take a long time, so I don't know if I will. But it does sound like fun.
Hey Pax, Lego Menon. Sargon, my boss is an avid Warhammer fan and has this week got me designing and making terrain for 11th edition so we can provide it to his local tournament when it releases. Fun week.
Very cool. Yeah, I've been making loads of terrain. Really happy with that. It's coming out as well.
Jeebus Milk. Hi guys, I reckon you should have a reach out to Isaac Butterfield. With Pauline now number 1 in Australia, also loved you on John Anderson, Carl.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed that chat with John Anderson. He was a really, really nice gent.
Isaac Butterfield. Australian comedian. Okay, well, he'd have to be up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to do this show, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I mean, if he's up for being up at 3 in the morning, I'd love to get Bearing on, but again, the times are terrible.
Yep, the times are awful. Enigma, Total War devs might as well have another go at Spartan Total Warrior. That was an interesting franchise that never really went anywhere.
I don't think I ever saw it.
It's Total War, but third-person action.
Okay. Well, I mean, how does that work?
That depends on who you ask. Some would say poorly, others would say amazing.
Yeah, but whether it was good or not, what was the actual mechanic of it? How did it work?
Well, you control your character from third person, and then you fight basically in a Total War battle with loads of little Total War looking sprites around you.
So like Mount and Blade?
No, because you don't control anything. It's more like the Lord of the Rings games.
Oh, right. Was it good?
I never played it.
Right, okay, yeah. I mean, in Bannerlord, like, at least you can control your army still, and you still fight. I mean, that's the best of both worlds, right?
You've been looking at Chronicle Medievals, right?
I've seen a couple of gameplay videos on Twitter, but I haven't looked into it in any depth. How's it looking?
Looking very good. Basically like a bigger Bannerlord.
Okay. So you still fight in the army, but just a bigger army.
Yep, and you can control it more accurately as well.
Yeah, one of Bannerlord's fucking terrible problems.
And you can separate things more easily into units, so instead of just having infantry, archers, and cavalry, you can have several blocks of infantry, like individual units.
Yeah. Tell you, this is one of those things with Bannerlords. You're like, come on, guys, you've been doing this for over a decade. Well, no, you've been doing this since like 2004 or something. You know, when did Mount and Blade Warband? Warband come out.
Warband's probably quite old.
Yeah, it's really old. But they've been doing this for a long time. You know, you again, like with fucking Warhammer, haven't you made a good game yet?
John Smith, socialists fighting against national culture, importing others to weaken it, thinking they can program acceptance and are shocked when cohesion collapses. Well, that's the thing with Owen Smith. Like, he is shocked because he doesn't understand that this is the point. He doesn't get it. Owen Jones. Yes, Owen Jones. Because he doesn't understand that this is the purpose. He thinks simply that socialism would come in, sweep the opposition, win automatically, and that would be it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get it. This is always the counter backlash. There's always a nationalist backlash against the revolution.
Yeah. I mean, and genuinely, I'm at the point now where I assume he must be a true believer, right? Like, as you know, as retarded as Owen Jones comes across to everyone, and so everyone's like, well, that must be cynical and lies. No, I mean, he's been in this game for a long time now, and he's never wavered in the things that he said. He's always had the same line, so I assume that he is just retarded.
Yeah, and this is one of the brilliant points of the socialist indoctrination as well, is if you begin to question this, your worldview begins to collapse, and you will realize that you have facilitated some absolutely horrible things.
Yeah, so they very rarely question their own view.
Yeah, they can't. It will do far too much damage to their own ego to do so.
Yeah.
Bald Eagle, Carmelo's parents have abandoned him. His father didn't go to the trial, and the mom didn't care when she was there. They only wanted the money.
It's harsh, man. I don't have any sympathy for Carmelo, but fucking hell.
Chickador. If you haven't seen it, Bering's latest video about Hassan and Cenk is hilarious.
I haven't seen it, but he is funny as fuck, Bering.
Destruction, SC, hello Art and Sargon. On the topic of using the left's tactics against them, here is an idea. Reclaim Pride Month and make it about things you should genuinely be proud of, culture, inventions, etc.
It's a lot of work to try and capture Pride Month off the left.
Yep. And it's already hit the point of general rejection.
Yeah. Everyone kind of hates it. So I'm not sure it'd be worth the effort.
And finally, Kaiser Wilhelmi. Hey Art, if you want another series to look into Exalted. Perhaps I shall do so. Oh, and Blaystone, late because employed. But if you want a shorter video on the LEGO situation, I suggest Moist Critical. Oh god, not as funny as Full Reckless Bad video, but enough to whet your appetite. You'll see fun.
Who's Moist Critical?
The dude with the long hair that repeats Reddit.
Hang on. No. Okay, I do know it is. So there are loads of like YouTubers with like tens of millions of followers I've never seen or watched a video of. I've heard the names, but I've never watched any of their content, like iDubbbz actually, where I'm just like, okay, I know this is a person on the internet, but I have no fucking time to watch whatever they're fucking putting out. So I don't know anything about them. And Moist Critical is one of those people.
He is, he's kind of like Reddit's version of Asmongold in many ways.
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't know if he's a good or bad chap or anything. So I literally don't know anything about him. So I'm not even slating him. You know, I'm like, blank slate for me.
And with that chat, we are at an end of today's Stamford Bridge.
Ooh.
Thank you all very much for watching today, chat. Thank you for your generous donations. Thank you for hanging out with me till the very end, Sargon.
Well, it's nice to be able to. To be honest with you, I am painting my Forge Fiend, so I kind of don't know what time it is. Oh yeah, I should have been in bed an hour ago. Look at that. Never mind. I was enjoying doing my painting, but there we go.
There we go. And until next time, chat. I'll see you again soon. Have a very good night, chat.